nationals right now.
Riding
So.
all over. Yeah, that's awesome. Did he do track last year or is this?
Yeah, he's been doing track maybe like 6 years now.
Oh, okay.
So he's actually a junior Olympian.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And so doing it for the school now is a little bit, it's a little bit different, but he'll get there.
It's not as challenging.
No,
Right?
I was gonna say not as competitive.
Is it like is it like club? Like
That he's
club
been
track?
doing, yes, his club. Yep.
Yeah, and then when you get to the middle school or high school level, these guys are teachers. I mean, do they really know their track stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, at least back in the day when we were in school, an art teacher and our PE teacher were the football coaches.
That's
you know,
exactly what it is.
But
yeah.
we didn't know any better back then. And
I
nor
do,
did
so
my,
I got to get him out of there.
right? Yeah.
Who does he run for in his club?
So he's actually a thrower.
A thrower.
Yeah.
Okay.
He throws shot put and discus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's cool.
And yeah, this year's a little bit different for him playing with this school.
Yeah.
They're not competitive at all. And
But does he enjoy his friends that he's playing?
and that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take that from
I
him.
know. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little bit more difficult when it comes to building a friendship, especially,
Yes.
you know, in middle school. So.
Okay. Did he go to elementary school with them though?
No. So it goes from 6th grade academy.
Oh, that's right,
To
that's right.
Turner Middle School
For the 2 years.
Yep. And so he has a little bit of a different friend group now.
Okay.
Which I love his friends. His friends are
That's
very
good.
respectful,
That's
and I raise my son to be respectful. So when he brings other kids around that are yes ma'am, no ma'am, thank you.
Good.
You know, that's okay. We're good. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna take that from you.
Right. No,
So,
that's so true. So true.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Before we start, I guess right now we have to shout out to our oldest son.
Oh.
Turns 28.
29.
Damn it!
29.
I was like,
Woohoo.
29 years old. Yeah, we've been giving him crap that he's going to turn 30. But anyway, yeah, he acts like he's 30. But yeah, today is his birthday, so
Awesome.
Maud, happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
And of course, Jose, let's put it out there. Stranded in the City. Their
Is it
album.
finally coming out?
Yes. So I've been putting it out for the last 4 episodes.
We
Maybe.
thought it came out the first week of the month. And so
Yeah.
we've been like, oh, yeah, their new album just came out. You haven't heard it yet, but it's out.
I know. Yeah.
That shit's not out.
So, and I think it is out this Friday. Cut in a few days. Yes. Are you familiar with Stranded in the City?
No.
No, they're a local band,
Okay.
family
awesome.
band, and then they do some good stuff. So anyway, this
I'll
album
have to
here,
listen
this
to
is
it.
their
Okay.
yeah, you have to check them out. Actually, the song that you just heard for our intro was
Was part
was-
of it.
was one of their songs,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
and yeah, so finally their album is coming out. Their second album.
That's
So
great.
congrats to them.
I just read that they're
looking
gonna
forward to it.
they're gonna be at Knuckleheads on Friday or Saturday. I
Oh,
believe.
really?
Yeah.
Ooh, we may have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe it's called Family Function. Is the name of the album. Because I'm gonna look dumb if it's not that. That's what it said on there.
Yeah.
Family Function. If you can fact check that for me, please. And the other thing is, we just had Easter Sunday. How was everyone's Easter? Chris, we'll start with you. How was your Easter?
I was working.
All right, Jose.
Well, tell us about before that. When you got in your car.
And you saw everybody here?
No, and I saw 3 hubcaps instead of 4 hubcaps.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. I don't pay attention.
Okay, but that's your car, right?
Yes.
What have you done to fix that?
Nothing.
What are you going to do to fix that?
Nothing.
Chris, I didn't raise you like this.
If you treat
Yes,
it
you
like a
did.
piece of shit, it's going to stay a piece of shit.
It's,
Hubcaps are $20 at Walmart, man.
For 4?
Yeah.
We only need 1. So do we
They're
got to
4
replace all
brand
4?
new ones. They just pop right off and right back on.
Yeah.
But you got to want to do it, Chris. What are you doing?
Chris, don't be like your brother and spray paint the rim. Let's go ahead and just get another hubcap. You got the money to do it. Come on.
I guess.
Let's get it done. Because Jose's
Do you want to
gonna
look
give
like
you
a
shit.
bum?
Jose's going to give you shit every week.
Yeah.
Do you want to look like a bum? That's the real question.
No.
Hey, they care about your car, my man.
Right.
Easter was good, though. We had
yeah.
the whole family over here. Yeah.
Your baby's first Easter.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw the cute pics you put up of him in his bunny ears.
Yes, we did with the
Yeah.
eggs. We take so many pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just. Oh yeah. They have a brand new baby, so
Oh.
but a little
6
over
months.
six
Yeah.
months old.
How cute.
So he's going through all of his first.
Yeah.
First everything.
That's awesome.
But with those photos,
Yeah.
my wife loves taking photos and things like that. So we bought a backdrop. So we got a big old white backdrop. We got a whole area in our basement that we set it up. We put the ring light and all that shit. So
That's the only way to do it.
yeah, so
especially-
they're gonna be high quality photos
Yeah.
There you go.
for all of his major milestones.
So using what?
All with the iPhone,
I was gonna. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
right. The cameras on iPhones right now are
They're-
top notch. I
Yeah.
mean, there's some others that are maybe a little bit better, but like you can get some real high definition
Yeah.
quality photos.
I can't see the difference in them though. I can't figure it out. I take a lot of pictures and they all just look the same to me.
You're just old.
You gotta learn. You
Yeah,
gotta learn how to
I
work the camera.
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah. I have, yeah. It's just take a picture and that's all. That's good. Yeah, but Easter Sunday was good. Everybody was here at the house. It was good to see the whole family.
So fun because when you guys were smaller, we had all of you guys running around, and now we have all the
Your
Babies.
guys' babies.
running around. So it's fun.
I'm glad you brought it up. We don't fit in this house.
Oh yeah, I know. We're definitely outgrowing it.
No. We outgrew it 5 years ago.
Yes.
Before all the new babies that come in around.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna be that family that just gonna have to start renting a hall?
Yeah, we can.
We're
Then-
getting there. We're getting there. But you know what?
We got there 5 years ago.
No. You make do with what you have. I'm sorry.
Mom's not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're all
Jose,
together. You were.
It makes it fun.
Yeah.
But
When
so
everybody's close together and bumping elbows
When I
and losing
arrived-
kids and
It's only a real issue during the winter. When it's right now, spring to summer, we have the whole front yard and backyard to open up as well. We were all in the house because it was raining
'Cause
and
it was a
wet
rainy
that
Yeah,
day.
that's true.
yeah, we've all been outside. But then I've been yelling at everybody to get off my lawn. My lawn's looking really good right now.
okay, so when we arrived,
Okay, go ahead.
there was a Formula One race on. So I turned it on the TV, and we sit, and a few people are watching it in the room up there. And then, without any names, somebody comes around the corner and says, "Oh, this is where all the antisocial people are at." And I looked and I thought, no, it's because
Who said
this
this?
is the only
Put 'em on
seating.
blast.
This is the only seating area.
Was it Chris?
This room cannot hold 45 people, so we have to be broken up into all these rooms.
And it just happened to be the room with the TV.
Exactly.
Jose,
Each of those
let it
rooms
go.
can only comfortably hold 20 people.
Let it go.
Sounds
It's
like
gonna
you
be
got to get
fine.
the bigger house.
Yeah, there you go.
Somebody.
There you go.
I've been talking about renting a place. Like, let's rent
I mean,
somewhere.
we rent that church hall every once in a while.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Everyone throws in $5. We can rent this damn hall.
So, well, okay, so what about the Halloween parties that we throw? Do we need to start moving those too? And we get 120 people in here. No, not that. Is that too many?
Yes.
No, you maybe reach upward of 50 people.
40? No. Well,
You could
I guess
probably
maybe 50,
keep
60
You
people.
could probably keep it to your kitchen and lower floors.
Yeah.
Maybe not here anymore, but yeah,
Jose, we got it. We got this. I know.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. Good.
That's good. Michaela, how was yours?
Easter was good. I went to church, so man, it got me. Church. I haven't been to church in a while. and,
Okay.
I decided to get up, and I went by myself. So my son was with his dad, and I just made the decision to go, and I'm
Good for
glad.
you.
I'm glad I went.
Good.
And then I went to pick up my son, and we went to go to M. Chama's and ate out there. And I don't have any family here, so it was just me and my son and my mom and her husband.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was a good lunch, and I went home and I napped after I ate so much.
Yes.
Where did you say you ate?
M. Chama's
Where is that located?
out in Zona Rosa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like Fogo de Chao.
Oh,
Yeah, but I think it's better.
okay.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that place, Jose?
I figure Fogo de Chao. Oh my god, just meat on meat on meat.
love
Oh,
it.
man.
That's why I went home and took a nap.
Yeah,
And this place is
that.
better.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, but
You definitely have to try it.
So what is it again? M. Chamas?
Yep, M. Chamas. It's
M.
a
Chamas.
Brazilian steakhouse, I believe is what it is. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
It's
I
really
need to grab
good.
me something to drink. Can you grab me something to drink real quick, Sam? That meat, that green can down there, that Modelo.
Catch.
damn. Now I want 10 different kinds of seasoned meats.
Is that what that's all about? Is it?
They
Is
have
it?
Yeah, you get the sides and the
Everything.
bases.
Is it
and then
one where you
they-
pick the meat and then you
They
you
walk
have-
around with
they do it-
skewers of the meat.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
can just
no.
say which one you need to meat
Oh,
of.
okay.
Really?
Yep.
Dang, I don't think I've ever been.
Oh,
The
you're
other-
gonna have to
so.
try it.
The only place that I've gone where they have that is that, but not. I mean, it's behind the counter. Is at the Holy Land Cafe, off 87th Street. That's good stuff right there. But anyway, we won't get into that. But that's the only time I see this.
Not even close.
No,
Not even
I'm sure it is.
compare.
No, I'm not trying to say it's going to compare. But well, no, that's good. I mean, Easter was good, and let's go back. How did the Easter egg hunt go?
Oh, it was great. We had almost 100 kids show up.
Okay.
This was only our second year doing it, so we're still learning a lot.
Okay.
But so many kids showed up, so many families. We had like races, like beanbag races. We had the Easter Bunny was there.
Oh, really?
And
That's cool.
everybody was just out dancing and having a good time. The weather was beautiful. So
Because
just
you
played
guys
out
did it the
perfect.
weekend before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just a great turnout.
Yeah, let's go ahead and shout out who you work for, and we'll get to that topic. But
Yeah,
who you
so
work for?
that was with Officially Chopped Cares.
Okay.
And that's the nonprofit from Fred, who runs Officially Chopped.
Yeah.
The owner of Officially
Dantzler, yeah.
Chopped. Yep, Fred Dantzler. So big props to him, and just what he's doing is amazing. Starting this nonprofit, he started it back in November, and just to see the rate that it is just taking off is just great, and to be a part of it is a great feeling.
Yeah.
That's what I've always wanted to do, is be able to give back, and so being a part of a family that gives back and is taking care of our community is just, it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to Fred in the shop, the chop shop. He does do really good things.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
he's great. He's a great man.
Yeah, he's a hustler. He's out
Yes,
there,
he
and
is.
now he's got him.
We all know that.
Now he's got him and his crew. Him and his crew out there cutting grass.
Oh, yeah.
We don't just cut hair. We cut
We
grass.
cut grass too. Yeah, the backyard barbers.
There you go. Yeah, that's some cool stuff right there. He's
Yeah.
doing. So yeah, shout out to you, Fred. That's awesome. But yeah, let's go ahead and start the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Mod Cast. I am your host, Big Mod, and here I have with me, to my left, running the board, as always, Cristavo, my son, the EP Jose sitting in the chair, Sandy joining us as well. And you know what? Before I intro our guest, Chris, can you go ahead and play the sponsor reads? This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto, no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
This episode is sponsored by Goal Fire Protection. With over 26 years of fire sprinkler experience, Goal Fire Protection has built our livelihoods on established relationships and providing quality fire sprinkler systems. From retrofits, remodels, service, repairs, new installation, and inspections, simple to the extreme, we can help you every step of the way. No job is too small or too big for our knowledgeable crews. For your free estimate, call 913-441-3390 or email us at gochoa@goalfireprotection.com.
Thank you, Cristavo. Appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest for the evening. Michaela Nicole is in the house. AKA Mikki as well.
Yep.
Cool.
That's what I go by.
That's cool. How long have you been called Mikki? Forever?
Well, my family has always called me Mikki.
Okay.
So short for Michaela,
yeah.
but Mikki.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. But I actually changed the spelling of Mikki when I became a barber. So my family has always spelled it Micky. When I became a barber, I looked it up, Mikki's Barber. Somebody had already had the name, and actually one of my tias had always spelled my name Mikki.
Oh, really?
okay.
And so
That's the
that's
way-
where that
so
came
you stuck
from.
with that one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No, that's cool.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for joining us.
Of course, thank you
Appreciate
for having
making
me.
the time. I know you have a busy schedule, but appreciate you doing this for
Yes,
us.
I'm very grateful. Very grateful.
What are the hours of a barber?
Oh, they're your own hours.
Oh,
Yep,
okay. So
yep,
you get
your
to
own
set them.
hours. Yep.
Okay.
I typically work Monday through Saturday. So in the entrepreneurship barber industry, it's typically Tuesday through Saturday.
Yes.
Yep,
Okay.
do work closed Sunday, Monday, but I do work Mondays.
Okay.
Yep.
So is the shop open 6 days of the week then, all the time?
Yes,
or-
6 days.
okay.
Well, it's really just appointments only.
Oh, okay.
So we do shut down on Sundays. That is the one thing that Chop has made sure of, that we at least need one day
Yeah.
off.
Oh,
So-
definitely.
Yeah,
So Sundays
that's
we
good.
are closed. Monday is appointment only,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm there.
So
throughout the
what
rest
has been what has been one of your busy? Do you recall one of your busiest days?
Oh yeah, I would say a Saturday.
A Saturday's a busy
Saturday.
day.
Yep. The most that I've ever done is, I believe, 17 heads in a day, and my Saturdays start at 6 a.m. So
Wow.
I am there pretty much all day on Saturday. Yep. And
Nonstop.
Nonstop.
Just- there's another person.
Yes, but I will say probably within the last month, I did start scheduling myself a lunch.
Oh.
I realized at about 1 in the afternoon, 2
Yes.
o'clock, I'm starting to get hangry.
Yeah.
There you go.
I need a little energy. So
Take your little break. Yeah, I mean, do you take your own lunch, or do you go somewhere?
yeah, it
and
really just
grab a bite
depends.
to eat?
Yeah,
Yep.
I normally take a lunch, but we do have people that come into the shop and sell food,
Oh, okay.
and so we'll support our local
Oh, okay.
our local entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And we do have a lady that we call her the tamale lady, because she brings in tamales every week.
Oh,
and
really?
They are fire.
Okay.
So stock up on that, or
Nice.
just whoever
Okay.
comes into the shop and try to support. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
So let's go ahead and start. So born and raised in Wichita, Kansas.
Yes. Born and raised Wichita, Kansas. When I was in high school, my mom moved here, so she works for the government.
Okay.
She got a job and she moved here 2011. Well, she moved here in 2008. 2009. I graduated in 2009 from high school. I went to Coffeyville Community College for
Okay.
2 years.
Okay.
And then after that, I moved here.
Where'd you go to high school?
Wichita Northwest.
Wichita. Okay.
Yep. So actually, I started off at Bishop Carroll. So I
Okay.
started off in private school.
Okay.
And then I transferred to Wichita Northwest, and I graduated there in 2009.
Okay. What took you to college? Just continue education, or were you on any scholarships?
Track star.
I did. I got a track scholarship. I was not fast. I'm still not fast, but I could throw.
Oh,
so
okay.
I threw the
Oh, so
javelin.
you're a thrower too. Okay.
Yep, I threw the javelin.
Nice.
I
Nice.
threw the javelin and disc in high school, and then I got a scholarship for that. And it has just, I truly believe just everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason. So
Kind of opened some doors for you.
for sure. Yep. And actually, Fred went to Coffeyville, and he left the summer before I got there.
Oh, really?
Crazy, crazy.
So we didn't meet each other at that point, but when I did move here,
Yeah.
that's when I met him. And
Okay.
we've been rocking ever since. We've been friends almost 10 years now.
Cool.
So-
And Fred was there for football, I believe,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember because he come in our show and he had some crazy stories.
Oh, I'm sure.
Back in the day.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Yeah. Did by any chance did he tell you about my little barbershop I have here?
Nope. No, he did not.
I have to give you a little story after the show.
yeah,
with him.
so, I
Yeah.
want to hear that.
Yeah. It was, where exactly in Wichita? I mean, was there like little? City there, or-
Yep. So really, I grew up on the north side. And then when my grandfather passed away, he left us a house, and we moved to the west side. And then from there, we were there for, I think we moved there maybe like when I was in middle school. I think that's what it was, about middle school, and then we stayed there until I graduated high school. My mom moved here when I was still in high school, and then I finished out high school there. And,
You wanted to finish high school there, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
You,
Oh,
you
yeah.
already had your plans on what you were going to do.
Yep. And then got that scholarship, and I really went to school for psychology.
Okay.
Yep. And I wanted to be a children's psychologist, just from, not having that person when I grew up, and so I wanted to be that person for, kids and but obviously I'm a barber, so
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
so
but-
it didn't stick all the way. But
Did you find yourself coming to Kansas City quite often?
when I was in
Yeah.
college,
Or no, when you were young?
Well,
Or
when
was
your
there
mom
no-
was here, and coming back and forth, right?
No, I'm talking about
Before?
just at younger, because, you know, a lot
Yeah.
of people that live
Oh,
yep.
in Newton or in Hutchinson or Wichita, they
Yeah.
sometimes they just want to come to Kansas City where they'll go to a Chiefs game or a Rose game or
oh, that's true.
visit downtown or just, I mean,
Yeah.
it's up and growing now than what it
Right.
was
Sheesh, yeah.
back in the day.
No, we
But-
did. We came here for our vacation. So going to Great Wolf Lodge or Worlds of Fun.
Yeah.
Loads of fun, that's right.
Back then it was Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
it was doing one event park one day, and then the next day it was something else. And so
Yeah, okay.
And see, we live here, so we take advantage. I mean, we're
Yeah.
like, it
It
is
is.
fun. Yeah, but you're right. I mean, people
Yep.
come here specifically for
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, waiting for the sporting events, like I said. And
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember we came for a Chiefs game, and that was the game that we came to was when what is his name? Tony, I can't think of his last name.
Gonzalez?
Yep, and he made a record that
Oh,
he
broke-
ran it the whole way back, and
Yeah.
that was like the highlight of
That's what
everything.
you remember that,
I do
huh?
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
Tony G. Yeah. No, that's good. And you say you still have family there? in
All of my
Wichita?
family is there.
Everybody.
Yep, except for my mom is here, my mom and her husband, and then my
Okay.
sister and my niece are here.
Okay.
So,
But as far as was it a big family?
honestly, no.
No.
So a lot of my aunts and uncles have passed. My great grandparents have passed. Either due to sickness or a lot of my family they passed. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
yeah,
say
yeah.
that. Yeah. And so really I'm just really close to like my great aunts, which are my granny's sisters.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really close with my grandmother and then her sisters. Not really close to any of my dad's side, but on my mom's side, yes.
Okay. Do you know the generations before the grandparents? Where were they from?
Yes, so I'm third generation.
Okay.
My great grandmother is from Mexico,
Okay.
and she moved here 2 weeks before my grandmother was born. So it literally was back to back. My great grandfather was a part of the war, and they told him that if he lived through the war, then we would be granted citizenship,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's how my family got our citizenship. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
That's cool.
Wow. Lots of sacrifice from Grandpa just to make
For
things
sure.
happen
yeah.
for your family.
yes, and I mean now all of my family is, for the most part, are successful. A lot of my family has worked for the aircraft companies.
Oh, okay.
And so my granny still works.
Yeah.
Just because she wants. I think she's already retired like once or twice, and she just doesn't want to stop working.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Got to keep moving.
oh
gotta
yeah,
Keep doing something.
yep. And so my family is. I believe they're successful in what they do, and it's a lot of pressure on myself.
Yep.
And,
Do you miss Wichita?
Oh yeah,
Do you?
yeah, I do. But I will say, it's so much bigger here, and there's a lot more opportunity here in Kansas City than in
Yeah.
Wichita. And then also, when I do go back home, I get so much love. They give me so much love, and
Yeah.
people are always asking, "When are you coming back? When are you coming
Oh,
back?
yeah.
I want to see you. Let's go have lunch, or let's go, grab a
Yeah.
drink, or whatever the case may be." And so it's always a good time when I go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you go back, do you have to work? Like, while you're in town, can I get a haircut?
Oh, they ask.
Yeah, but you're like, yeah,
No.
yeah, we do that with back in the day. My mom's youngest sister, she's a hairstylist, barber, whatever we call them. But yeah, every time she was in town, oh Tia, can you cut my hair? And I'm sure she didn't want to, but
Right.
yeah.
For family, it's a little bit different. But when my friends are asking me, I'm like, come on, I'm coming
Right.
back home to just relax and
Yeah.
get my mind off working. And even though I love it, we still need a little
Right.
break every
Yeah.
now and then.
Well, at
Any-
least Wichita's not too far away, though.
Nope.
So that's what's
What
nice.
is it?
Yeah.
2.5?
Yeah,
3?
about
Yeah,
2.5
something like that.
hours. Yeah, depending on how fast you drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about, depending on the weather and what day it is, I guess.
All of it.
Yeah. Any good childhood memories from Wichita that stand out to you that you still think about now?
I will say really just, man, we grew up in a townhome.
Okay.
And so we had lots of friends there. We used to be able to walk to school and just didn't have to worry about, extra things. I remember like doing big Halloween things and just going to all the townhomes and just getting all kinds of candy and
Yeah.
just living a kid's life. And now
So different.
it's a lot
I know.
different. Yeah.
Halloween one of your favorite holidays?
4th of July is my favorite
Oh, really?
holiday. But
To this day?
Yes, I love it. Yeah. I just like to
Blow things
blow
up.
things up.
Yep.
Put it out there.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you have any favorite dolls or toys or?
Man, I was a tomboy.
Yeah.
I was a tomboy, so I didn't play with the dolls. I
Okay, so
didn't-
then what kind of action figure did you have?
I was with G.I. Joe. No,
My dad bought me wrestlers or
yep,
something.
we had WWE,
I mean,
the whole everything.
boxing men. That's what it was.
But
something like
the
that.
wrestlers that we had back in the day were like this.
Yes, those were the wrestlers.
They were-
You gotta move the arm and
No, they wouldn't move. I mean,
They were just like that.
they were
yeah.
just like this, and then they're like the wrestlers
mask.
had the mask, the luchadores, right? And it was the same. It was the same toy, but painted differently.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, I was outside a lot.
yeah. What kind of activities would you guys do outside?
I'm hooping outside.
You a basketball player? You play ball?
Yep. I'm climbing trees.
Yep.
Just at the park and just
Boxing with the guys.
yeah. I really did. We had a lot of boys in the neighborhood, and I was just another one of the boys
Yeah.
and just running around with them. My brother played football, and so I'm out there throwing the football with them.
Yeah.
We're
That's cool.
they didn't take it easy on me. So
How many siblings were there in your?
ooh, so from my dad, there's a total of 8 of us.
Okay.
okay.
But I have a full brother and one full sister from both parents.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And so that's who I'm really close with. That's my sister that lives here, and then all my other siblings are still in Wichita.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm the oldest out of 8.
Oh, you are the oldest.
I am the oldest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a lot of responsibility.
Okay.
You said everybody would be playing outside. Did you guys have a playground or
Yeah.
someone's backyard or just that
Nope.
one certain spot where everybody would meet up after school?
Oh yeah, yep. We had in the townhome. We had one big park, and it was like after school, everybody was meeting there. We had about 30 minutes, is what we would say. Is like go home, do what you got to do your homework or whatever it
Yeah.
is, and then we'll
Change
be there.
those school shoes and get your play shoes on.
Yep. Yep. And meeting at the park, and man, it was yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you ever take your son there? Do you ever just?
I have not shown him.
No?
I have not shown him that. A lot of times when we do go back, I really try to make it about my family, and I think I will. We're actually going back this weekend, so
Oh, you are.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have to show him that. Show him where I grew up.
Yeah, I think it's important. I know I do that with my kids, and they're at the point where like, we know, Dad, we know you play basketball. You've already told it.
Well, it's just a reminder.
I still am. And so, well, my brain's not working as well as it used to. So maybe that's what it is. Did you enjoy school time? Were you a good student?
I was a good student. I didn't really cause any problems too much. I will say I did stand my ground, and growing up with the boys, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
And I did get in trouble here and there, I'm not gonna lie, there were a few fights that I was in.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
There was a few girls that kept messing with my brother, and my brother was like, "Go handle that." And so I just did what I was supposed to do, I guess.
So is it you, your sister, and then your brother, or
It's-
you, your brother, and your sister?
Yep, me, my brother, and then my
Oh,
sister.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
Yeah.
and we're all 3 years apart.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yep. So
So everybody got a chance to go through the same schools for a little bit, right?
yeah, for the most part. So me and my brother did not go to high school together. So he was still, I believe, in like 8th grade, I think,
Oh,
when
okay.
I transferred to Northwest. And then when my mom moved here, she brought
Oh,
both of my
okay.
siblings.
Oh, okay.
And so then my brother went to Miege.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Oh,
And then
okay.
my sister was at St. Agnes for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't know the name of the school that she went to afterwards.
Oh,
but
okay. But it wasn't Miege.
No, it was not Miege.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
As a kid, do you remember road trips or vacations?
Oh yeah.
Family?
Yep. So we did a lot of road trips. We went to Texas was a big one.
What part?
So we did Dallas, we did Houston,
Okay.
we went to El Paso. A lot of our family was in
Oh,
El
okay.
Paso.
Do you still have family in El Paso?
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
But it's been so long since we've been back. A lot of our elders have passed. So with that, it's we're not as close to a lot of the family. But I have been asking to do a family reunion. I think that's something that we need, and we need to. We've lost
Right.
the family
Yeah.
portion aspect of it.
Yeah.
Is this something that you think you will need to take the initiative to get something started? Are you that person? Or
Not to say I'm that person, because my family, a lot of the women in my family they're very strong, and they're very independent, and they do those types of things, and they put those things together.
yeah,
But I think the problem is for us is that nobody has really just said, hey, we're doing this
Right.
at this and this, and
You just
That's
pick a
just-
date and
that's
tell
what we
people where
need.
to be,
yes,
Yeah.
where and when to be.
yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing. Is what,
you know,
what we need.
and it's. I don't know, Jose. If you were to plan something, if you were to plan something, would you be worried about people showing up or not? Or would you like be okay? This is the way we're planning it, and boom, you show up. You show up. If you don't, I don't care.
You got to get a few motivators. You got to get some people to
Mm-hmm.
take it on,
Yeah,
and then they have to be the reason that other people that are on the fence get to going.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean the worst thing you could do is give people options and say we're all going to figure it out together.
yeah.
Maybe one or two options of the date, and then you figure out the location. But give somebody a time and place to be. They can
Right.
ask off. They can put it in their calendar. They can do what they got to do.
Give
If
'em-
it's important to them or they want to be there, they'll make it happen. If not, hey, there's always 15 years later.
Yeah. Okay. Did
Yeah.
you jot all that down? Because that's the way to do it.
Well, to be honest, I think, I completely agree with him. It's one of those things of we're going to have a few people that are going to be with it. And if you're with it, then show up. And if you're not, then you're not. And that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So-
We planned a family reunion, and it bothered me because I wanted everybody to show up. I'm that person that let's get it done. And
It's
Make-
kind of hurtful when
Yeah.
when you put so much effort into something and
Yes.
people don't show up for you.
yeah, and then I think we did it a whole year, right?
Yeah,
I think
you
we
guys-
did
the
a
planning
whole year plan,
process.
and 95% of them showed up. Maybe 98. There was a few
That's
nephews
awesome.
and nieces. It's because something just come up and they
Yeah.
couldn't make it,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, they were like, "Dang, we should have went. We heard it was a good time." And
Yeah.
They
You
missed the family photo.
yeah,
Shit like that.
that was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they're lost.
yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, but no, El Paso's cool because I consider El Paso my second home. Grew up there like in the summers, and maybe
Awesome.
during, my mom would take my sister and I for Christmas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's
yeah, so El
that's
Paso,
great.
El Paso's really really cool, really close to my heart.
Bring some memories for you.
Oh yeah. As far as a youngster, was there anything out there that scared you?
Ooh. I think for myself I was really close to my grandmother on my dad's side. And that's really who I was kind of raised by, her and my godmother. Just not to downplay my parents, because my mom was really big in my life, and she still is. But she was in school and working, and she was there, when she could be, but she didn't end school until I was 16 years old. And so my grandmother played a big role in my life. And so that was one of the things that just, losing her scared me, which I did end up losing her at a young age. And but going out to the world, no, I really wasn't worried about too many things. But I think that's also one of those things that I didn't speak about.
Yeah.
I didn't have those conversations with my parents. I didn't have those, worries, I guess, because it wasn't brought to my attention. When things are brought to your attention, it's like, okay, now it's here, and now maybe I do need to worry about it. But that's not. I was more worried about getting attacked by the dog that was next door while I'm riding my bike.
Speaking of, did you have any? Is it?
That's Fred.
You can answer.
Okay.
Let them know where you're at, and then hopefully it's good news.
What's the deal, boss?
What up, dog?
We at this podcast right now.
What up, Fred?
Oh, what up with you? Oh, you on the big podcast right now? That's what's
I
up.
am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, I don't know if you checked your phone or not, but congratulations, so you made the finals for the Kansas City People's Choice
Hey,
Award.
Oh, let's give it.
let's go. Yeah. Okay, I like to hear it.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
I'm letting all
Thank
you
you.
know. Yeah, the shot made it. Yeah,
Let's
Essence,
go.
Bree, Marley,
The-
everybody made it in the mug.
Oh, well, let's
Okay,
gotta give it
let's
up
go.
again.
Let's go. Oh, I love to hear it. All right, so now that means we just got to make it past the semifinals, and then we're going to win. We gonna
Heck
win.
yeah.
Yeah, they said it started like voting is April. What is it? April 30th? I think it's on a Wednesday or something like that.
All right, April 30th.
All right,
Heard
people.
it.
April 30th, we got to get the votes out.
Yes, we do.
Is it like a link that they vote online?
I'll let you get back to doing your thing. I just had to let you know.
I appreciate it. I'll
See you,
talk to
Fred.
later.
All right, y'all.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Pretty
Thank you. Yes, so Kansas City People's Choice Awards. I really don't know what the exact link is, but you
We'll
can
find
look
it
it up.
and we'll post about it.
Please, yes, please do. So that was a little nerve wracking. I did make it last year, but I didn't win. So my goal is to win this
Yeah.
year, and then
Well, good luck.
obviously the shop,
Yeah.
to win again.
Okay,
so.
can you explain a little bit of what this is?
So
The Kansas City Choice Awards?
Yep. So Kansas City People's Choice Awards is the biggest nominations for the city.
Okay.
So it's any and everything that you have. So even the podcast, I'm not sure if the podcast is actually listed on there, but it goes from food to, the hair industry
Oh.
to any type of small business. And really what happens is somebody goes and nominates you. And then, so this is the first round. And
Oh,
so you
wow.
get nominated, and then it goes to semifinals. And then if you make it past the semifinals, then you go to become a finalist. And then at the end of it, they have a big ceremony, and then they announce the winner.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
So if you make it so far, does it then become, or is it just all through voting, or do you then
All
have
through
to be? Oh, I didn't know if there was like a question and answer, or some type of.
no, just so this one is the nomination round. So you literally have to go in, type in the person's name.
Oh, okay.
And then if that person gets so many votes, then and they can. Move on to the semifinals, and then semifinals, you don't have to type in a name. You can just go in there and click it.
Oh, okay.
And then they counter it, I guess, by it's only one vote per device.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can't.
Okay.
Somebody can't go on there every single day and say
Right.
Yeah.
vote for this person, vote for
Click,
this
click,
person.
click, yeah.
It's only
Okay.
one vote per device, which I really do like. And then and then you don't know until
Okay.
you go to the ceremony.
Okay. I didn't know that was a thing.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Best podcast is not us.
Is there an option on there? For
Yeah, it's a podcast called "Can I Talk My Shit?" So now we got smoke. Now we got to beat whoever wins this year next year.
Talk my shit. Is that what?
Can I talk my shit?
Can I talk about?
Never heard of
Interesting.
it.
Never heard of them.
Bums.
Call them out. We're gonna look you up now.
So then, how many?
Oh no, I didn't even look at the finalists for this year. That'd probably
Okay,
be the
because
way
I
to
was just
go.
wondering, like, how many are you going up against now in terms of?
I believe it will be 10. Actually, I can look it up. I believe it's like 10 different people.
Oh, really?
And I have my own category, so it's best female barber. There's best barber, best female barber, and then best braider, best hairstylist,
Oh,
best
okay.
barbershop. And so I believe Fred just told me that we all were nominated, so
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
awesome.
That's what we want to hear.
Heck,
Nice.
Yeah, and that leads us right into right into our next segment. So you are a barber, correct?
Yes.
And now, and hairstylist is totally different.
Yes.
From a
So
barber?
a hairstylist is more directed towards women's hair.
Okay.
Yeah. I am licensed. I'm a licensed barber. Now, when I was in school, I did do women's hair, so I did have to test out of women's hair.
Oh, okay.
I did have to test out of coloring, test out of waxing. So that is waxing is part of my services. I do wax.
Okay.
Like I said, I am licensed to color hair, but
yeah, you stay.
I'm gonna stick to my own.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's about it.
That's awesome. So how did this profession start for you? What was it that?
Yeah, because it was psychology.
Right. It was psychology. So actually growing up, my dad was a barber.
Okay.
Okay.
My aunt is a hairstylist.
Okay.
She still is a hairstylist.
Nice.
And just kind of growing up around it.
Yeah.
I actually have a picture of when I was younger and I'm just like in the chair doing my brother's hair, just pretending. But
Yeah.
I never picked up a pair of clippers until I went to barber school. But my journey getting here was when I moved to Kansas City, I instantly got in trouble. So I got in trouble with the law, and I was in and out of being in trouble with them, and in and out of jobs, and just jumping from job to job. And
Because that was high school, right after high school. Or no, you went to Coffeyville.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay.
So
okay.
about so I was about what's that? 20 years old,
Maybe, yeah.
19, 20 years
Mhm.
old, and then I just I was tired of jumping from job to job. I did start working for UPS, and they gave me I think it was like a 52, 55. I can't think of the word. Where they reimburse you,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it either.
tuition reimbursement.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
So
Nice. Okay.
And so with that, I decided to go to barber school, and that's when I really took it serious. Even when I was in Coffeyville, I would do like basic lineups, but never actually tried to cut somebody's hair. It would,
So
it was just for the
lineups
fun of it.
and cleanup and get rid of this long stuff here
Yeah,
and
that was about it. And I never took it seriously.
Yeah.
When I moved here, it came a point in my life where I'm just so tired of getting in trouble and not having a stable job and trying to raise my son. And it was just a lot.
All right. So did you ever have bad haircuts? Like, was there an early point where you're like,
Oh, for sure.
that's a little crooked in the back or something like that?
For sure.
Yeah.
So even in school, I mean, that's the whole point of it is
For sure.
is learning, coming out of school. So I was actually, I was originally started off on the Missouri side.
Oh, okay.
And so I came out of school, I went to officially chopped, and I was there for about a month. But because I did not have my Kansas license, Fred could have got in trouble for that. The shop could have gotten in trouble for that. And so, and then also I had no clientele. No clientele whatsoever coming out of school. So it was a little bit more difficult for me. And then at that time, the shop was popping, it was jumping, but it's not like it was like it is now. Whereas I could possibly make it off of walk-ins, but then there was no way. And, I still have to pay my bills. I still have to be able to put food on the table. And so what I ended up doing was going to Crisp Cuts. And I was at Crisp Cuts for about a year. I first started off at the Independence location, and I was there for about 8 months. They had originally brought me on to open up their new location, which was Main Street downtown.
Oh, okay.
And so with that, I was there for, like I said, about 8 months. I moved to the Main Street location where I damn near lost all of my clientele. I mean, that's like a 25 minute drive from Independence to Main Street. And
Yeah.
so it was a little bit of a struggle, but with Chris Cuts, I was able to still get a paycheck.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was still able to just kind of build. And so being at Chris Cuts, there were times where I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I had no idea what I'm doing.
Was there a Chris Cuts in this area?
Yeah, actually, in Shawnee, right there off of, I think it is Quivira.
Okay.
It's Quivira and I don't know the.
Shawnee Mission Parkway.
No, not Shawnee Mission Parkway.
75th.
It might be.
Guys, we have cell phones.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not putting them out there. It's
Yeah,
not
we're not-
officially chopped.
But no, because I'm trying to think if I knew somebody or.
It's like 75th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Somewhere over there.
And so, yeah, I mean, not to say I didn't learn a lot from Crisp Cuts because I did. I built a lot of repetition there, and that's what I was going for. Was looking to build up my repetition
Yeah.
and become faster and become better. Now, even though I was there, I was still going back to Fred and like shadowing and still getting pointers and you know, Fred really took me under his wing and really helped me become the barber that I am today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any guinea pigs?
My son.
Yeah, like if you want to try a new style or something like
Oh,
that?
anything,
Yeah.
any and everything. He's still my guinea pig.
And he lets you. He doesn't.
He does.
Okay.
Yeah. At first, oh man, it was a struggle. He was, you know, getting anxious and like tired of sitting there and just he's like,
Oh.
I'm in the chair too long, and I'm like, son, you gotta just give me a chance. And now I'm just breezing right through it, you know.
Okay.
And so, but he does. He like even now he still lets me. I'm like, choose a design. Let's,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
let's
do
see what-
designs
Yep,
too.
yep. So,
Ah.
and-
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, there's new fads and trends all the time.
Everything, yeah.
You got to try it out
Yep.
the first time somewhere.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
Yeah.
yeah. And, but he's been having this mohawk forever. Probably
Like a
since he was
Mahomes type
like,
mohawk?
Is it that Mahomes cut?
yeah. I think he started about when he was like 5 or 6, and actually Fred was the one to start his mohawk.
Oh, okay.
So,
Is it a mohawk or a frohawk?
oh
or
no, it's all of it.
Mr.
It's just
T?
big and long and just
Uh,
all over the place. I'm ready to cut it all off. But I
you
know
can
he'll-
always. Sorry, we
Oh,
got to.
I will say that there was one time where I cut his hair too short and he didn't talk to me for like 2 days.
Oh.
Really?
So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do that to him.
Yeah.
Some people are religious about their hair, though. You know.
And that's my son. He does,
It's like their identity.
yeah, yeah. But I will be happy the day he's like, yeah, let's cut it off.
Yeah.
I'll probably cry.
I think I'm on the freer side where I go to a name brand place to get my hair cut, but I'm like, just make it look good. Like it'll grow
Yeah.
back. Worst case scenario, it'll grow
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Whatever.
fuck it up, don't worry about it.
I won't come back, but it'll grow back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. How long would you say you've been cutting hair now?
4 years. So I graduated from Elamar's in 2021.
Okay.
Yep.
So Elamar's is a specifically barber shop.
So Elamar's is a Cosmo and Barber college.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So they do both.
Okay.
They do both women's and men's hair.
And so you had to test out of all that women's stuff, but right?
So I didn't go so into depth with women's hair.
Oh, okay.
But the coloring part and trimming, you know,
Okay.
just like kind of like the basics.
Oh, okay.
Basics of it is what I
Okay.
had to test out of.
Gotcha. Okay.
Why is it the guys don't color their hair as much as the women do?
Well, I was about to ask about. Have you seen that?
Okay, let's forget
trendy
about my
thing?
question. Let's go ahead.
It's
Well,
a
it may be
trendy
related.
thing where
I
it's
know,
like
Sandy.
a fucking sock thing that they put on their hair with a bunch of holes and you
Oh,
pull it out
yeah.
like a porcupine to,
Yep.
to
The
bleach
tips?
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's not
It's-
even just tips though.
like a
they're
strand?
It's
pulling
just
out-
the strand. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
fucking
look.
weird.
It's the look now. So it's one of those like it's like a highlight almost,
Yeah.
and the roots are still dark or you know whatever color their hair is, and
Uh-huh.
then you can change what the top of it, and it's actually. I mean, if you give it a good haircut, it's
Is it a
nice.
soccer player that made it big? Somebody made it big.
I think so. I think so. I think that's what it was.
You'll find TikTok videos of people just
Okay.
Doing it
Like
early.
needling hair through these
I've
holes.
done it.
Yeah,
I've done it
oh,
before.
man.
It's definitely time consuming.
Is it really?
This is why I don't like doing
Right.
hair color.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get more people in and out of
Oh,
that chair
yeah.
by the time you get done with the color.
Even just by pulling the hair out.
Mhm,
You know?
yeah.
Do you remember the first person you gave a haircut to? I mean,
It was a lady, actually. It was a lady. She had just short hair.
was this free or was this an actual paid?
This was in school.
Oh, in school.
Yeah,
okay.
my very first haircut was an older lady, and I said, "You're my very first haircut," and she tipped me nice.
Yeah?
Oh, nice.
She said, "Good
Aw.
luck." She said, "Good luck to you."
Oh, that's
And
good.
yeah,
And did you make her walk out with the hat?
nope, I did not. It was pretty easy, all
yeah?
over.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, even all over, and
So it was a short
Yes.
look to it.
yep.
You good with beards too?
Oh yeah,
Trim
Yeah.
them all up.
all of it. Yeah, I can't lie. I love doing beards just because you're able to put that razor on them and give them that nice, like crisp, clean look, and it's
so-
just.
She cut my hair, maybe a week ago or so,
2
2 weeks
maybe.
ago. And when you asked me, you want me to shave? I was like, what? Oh, okay. I said, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
And now that you say that, yeah,
I love it. I do
that's
love
cool.
it. Yeah.
The straight edge.
Yes. Yep. So thank you for giving me that
Yeah.
opportunity. You got the hot towel shave and everything.
I know, it was cool. It was really cool. Really. I thought you forgot about me. You put the hot towel on me, and I just laid there. I was like,
No, I'm checking. I was checking,
Yeah.
making
I
sure
don't
the
see anything.
towel.
Oh, wait. I feel a prank, a barbershop prank coming on.
I don't do that with my first clients. First time clients, no.
Okay, no,
Maybe
so-
next time you come in.
have you
Is there a
seen
lot
that
of
prank?
that going on?
Pranks?
There? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Really?
Especially if you've been there for a while. Oh, the guys
So-
just go crazy.
Really, the pranks that I've seen on TikTok is, there somebody's cutting your hair, and then somebody will come and give the person a kiss, and then walk. It'd be a female giving a guy a kiss,
Uh-huh.
walk out, and then the guy would take the barber would take the towel off, and he would look like
He's looking at
you
the
just
barber like,
looking at the barber like you
"What
just
the
really
hell
give me.
is
I mean, some of these guys get pissed.
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
gotcha,
What the fuck
gotcha.
is wrong with you? You know? And-
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Or there's
Okay.
the really good ones of the people that just use too much fingers. Like they're doing your
Oh
mustache.
my
or-
I don't understand. I don't understand how some of these clients just sit there and just take it. Like
They don't want to lose their barber.
There's no way. I hope one of my clients would be like, "What are you doing?"
It's funny. I saw one today where this barber was done. He was done cutting this guy's hair, and this guy had hair all over his face. Didn't even never brush it off.
Oh
cleaned
my
it.
gosh.
And then when he finally he brought the brush and with the powder, and he did his own arms, and then he told the guy to get out of his chair. The guy was like, "Dude."
That's a good one. I might have to use that.
Or they got the ones where they just keep spraying the spray bottle.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've done that
Water
one
dripping
before.
off his nose. And his, yeah.
That's funny. I saw one where the barber pretended to cut his finger off and he had blood and the kid started crying. He's, thought he lost his ear. But, yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Sounds like a fun place to work.
Oh, it's awesome. The guys are awesome. We are joking all day long, talking crap to each other. Like,
So my only really experience or reality to that is just watching the Barbershop movie.
oh, okay,
Is
yeah.
it similar to that?
Oh, we have so much fun.
Yeah.
I will say it is a little similar because we do talk about real life stuff. We
Uh-huh.
talk about, the loud music and just, really just talking stuff to each other. And
Yeah.
man, they lay it on me, but I dish it right back.
So are you the only female in there? Well,
Um,
I guess the only barber. I know he does have braiders and others in there
so
too, right?
Yep. So we actually just brought in another female barber.
Oh, good.
About a month ago.
Oh, okay.
So still warming up.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
warming
yeah,
up. But we have two different sections in the shop. So we've got the front, which is where Heidi is, and then I'm in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then we also have the three braiders that are in their own little studio.
Oh, okay.
So let me ask you, what do you think brings people into your shop? Like, if they're walking in, what's the motivation?
The energy in the shop. You are not going to walk into any other barbershop where everybody greets you. When you walk into Officially Chopped, we've got I think 6 or 8 barbers in the front, and every single one of them is gonna say hi to you.
Yep, that's very true.
You
That's
walk
very
into
true.
the back, and it's another 6 of us, and we're all asking, "Hey, how you doing? Who you here
That's good.
for?" Or if we know the client, then obviously, they're gonna, talk stuff to you or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. But
Yeah.
you are, I promise, I've done this experience myself. I have literally walked into at least 3 to 4 different barbershops, and it's like,
Quiet, dead. Yeah.
like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Nobody speaks to you. I just stood there for, a minute or so, and it's like, does nobody recognize that somebody
Right.
walked through the door? And so, that's just one of the biggest things. The energy in our shop is just, it's amazing.
I do have to say, he came home and he told me about that. How
Yeah.
everybody was just greeting and
Yep.
goodbye and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. So you,
Oh, yeah.
he did tell me that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta come in one time.
Yeah.
You just come
Yeah.
in and just to experience
Well,
it.
we went in there when we donated for Fred's for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we were there
Oh,
for
awesome.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
awesome.
donated some stuff
But I
for the
don't feel
drive.
like it was a
But no,
true
I don't think
atmosphere
everybody
of cutting hair
right,
at that time.
I don't know if was there people working. It was just crazy because a lot of kids running through there,
Oh,
Yeah.
all
because you
the
guys were getting
time.
ready for that event.
Yeah.
So I
no,
think it
it's
was-
like that all the time.
Okay.
Literally, if you come in there on a Saturday, either the barber's kids are there or
Oh.
just other, the clients are there, and they literally are running around on the bike, shooting hoops, playing,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
playing the video games, throwing the ball, whatever the case may be. They
Mm-hmm.
are running around. Sometimes it's overwhelming.
So perfect segue that you had this great experience and you were sharing it with your family. How great the experience was.
Yes.
In my head, I'm thinking back to say 1999. Me and my brothers go to the same barber
Oh.
that you went to for years. What motivated you to go into that barbershop
Well,
and take
well,
your nephews to all get the same exact haircut
well,
for years?
Make it easy.
let me.
Talk me through that, because I drove by it the other day and I was like, oh shit, the building's still there. I don't know if he's still cutting hair.
Yeah. So that barbershop. Go
So
ahead.
it's one man owns it, one man, 2 chairs, but I've never seen somebody in that second chair.
Okay.
It's
You
kinda
know,
his
I
own-
think
It's for looks.
It's his
Yeah.
man cave that he cuts hair in, kind of.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, and he was good at the time. I don't know if he's still cutting hair.
I think you said he gave you a high top fade way back.
So no, not a high top. It was more of a flat top.
I could see that.
I used to go with the flat top look. The high fade, flat top, and he was good. I
Like
mean,
what year? What are we
this
talking?
this was the '90s. Yeah, it was the '90s. So then, of course, that's you guys were already here. So mom's like, well, where do you get your flat top? You think that? I'm like, I don't know if these boys want flat tops right now. Let's just get their haircuts. Yeah. And he was a little aggressive. He palmed the kid's head and not my kids. Chris, do you remember going to the barbershop?
Barely.
Barely. Yeah, the other two are just
Traumatized.
Yeah. And then sometimes, I don't know if I don't think I told you this, but I cut a little hair here and there. And sometimes if I'm cutting their hair, I'll purposely grab the top of their head and remind them what they used to go through back in the day. They're like, oh, they start getting scared.
I can't lie.
but-
I do that now.
If you have to, you have
Those
to, right?
little kids that just, I've got a few clients that I've been cutting for a while, and
Yeah.
they like to give me shit. They do. They like to push the limits with me, and sometimes I just gotta
Yeah.
palm that little head and let them know who's in control.
Yeah, but no, it was fun. The day I went and I was telling Sandy, I said, yeah. I said one of the younger guys who cuts in front of you, the Asian kid,
Yep, Chino.
yeah, he came over to me. He said, "Peace out, OG." He called me OG. I was like, man, I'm really getting old. He called me OG. He didn't know my name, but he just looked at me and he said, "Peace out, OG.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
a good one." I was like, "Thank you, young blood." Yeah, but it was cool. It was cool. He did that.
But yeah, you're right, Jose. That was just the barber that Nino went to, and so
so it
we
was just a natural progression.
It was.
Yeah.
I feel like we kept going there way longer than we should have too. I couldn't tell you when we stopped, but it was like we're old enough to pick our own haircut, but for whatever reason, we
You got
Hey,
still with them.
hey,
go in there.
Just be glad you got a haircut from a barber that
Barber.
knew what he was doing, because
We've seen some at home.
sure
hair.
he-
yes,
been
he
different.
has some great pictures from when his mom cut his hair as a kid.
Yeah, my mom would cut my hair, and no, it was never fun. Sometimes she wouldn't use scissors. She'd use this little comb that had a razor in it. Just like not necessarily cutting it, but it was more what's the word? Thinning it out because it was really my hair was really thick.
Yeah. So don't complain. You know.
But anyway,
you had decent haircuts.
What's
He had a TV. I do remember that. He had a TV.
You know what?
Oh,
he had
yeah,
TV
yeah.
and he had pictures of girls that the boys would be like, they'd stare at these cheerleaders or whatever it was on there, and I'm like, oh, I think Chris was used to like
On
going
his
there for that
mirrors.
reason.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think Dad was already going to start cutting hair by the time.
Yeah, but
Because it was getting expensive.
yeah, it was.
You plus all the boys, I was like, and then I think that's when you started to.
Yeah, and that's when that was $40 right there. Not
3
one.
boys?
Three boys and me is $40, $10 a piece.
That's when it was $10. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what's your favorite part of being a barber? What is it?
Really making people feel good.
Yeah.
That is I feel like my greatest feeling is just, I know that when a client comes in, you know, and I give them a haircut and it makes them really feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, my biggest thing is like spreading light and love. And so, you know, when somebody comes in, they might be having a rough day, or, you know, they're going through things, and I am a therapist, I'm a friend, you know, I'm more than just a barber.
Yeah.
And so when they leave and they're smiling, I know that they're going to go out and they're going to continue to smile, and then they're going to pass that light on to somebody else.
Right.
And so this is us spreading light and love. And then, you know, like I said earlier, my biggest thing is I want to be able to give back.
Yeah.
And so giving back to the community, because without the community, I am nothing, right? I can't make a living without the community.
Right.
And so I want to be able to give back and really just, you know, teach people and teach kids, you know, just life lessons of things that I've went through. I know, like, I have kids that come in sometimes who are, you know, don't live the best life. You know, they're teenagers and they don't know which road to take, or they don't know, you know, they don't feel comfortable asking their parents of certain things. And so I am that person for them. And so it just makes me really
That's
feel
cool.
good. Of course, I love cutting hair, but like I said, cutting hair, being a barber is more than just cutting hair. It's creating a relationship and a bond with my clients, because I do plan on, you know, being a part of their lives as long as they allow me to be.
Right. So lots of conversations going on while you're cutting hair.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever
For
have
sure.
that person that just,
Won't shut up?
Oh, yeah.
or the opposite?
Of
It's
course.
hard to pull anything out of them.
Yeah. So, one thing that I have learned, which is something that my tia has taught me, that my tia that's a hairstylist, she goes by Christina's Masters Designs, which is out of Derby, Kansas. She has always taught me to always make it about the client, you know. And there are times where a client gets in the chair and they instantly just get in there and they just close their eyes. And to me, that's their piece, you know. And so I may ask a question here or there, but you can always feel the energy if they actually want to speak to you. And if they don't, I'm completely okay with that. You know, I'm just there to get them right and, you know, make it a peaceful experience for them. And when they get up, they're still smiling.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have to have conversation in order to make them feel good.
Right,
You
okay.
know, and so it's almost like going and getting like a massage.
Yeah.
You go and you don't want to have your masseuse talking to you the whole time while they're rubbing you down. you
Right.
know? And so it's just one of
You
those
just wanna
things.
relax.
Yes. Yeah. And so, and then I do have clients that talk the entire time, and I'm okay with that too, because then it doesn't make me, I don't have to talk. You know,
that's
I'm able to let them talk, and I'm just going and going, and you know, by the end of it, you know, we still had good conversation, and they still leave happy.
Yeah.
So, and that's the biggest thing.
There in the barbershop, do you guys ever share stories as far as like, man, I had this gentleman tell me this wild story, and
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
just share
Yep, for
I
sure.
think they use
stuff.
the word gentleman too.
gentleman. Like I said.
Gentleman
Yeah,
is
this gentleman
crazy
from
man.
yesterday.
I've got a couple crazy clients, so I'm one of those that are like, you guys won't believe what my client just told me.
Oh yeah.
But you're working in a male dominated industry.
ma'am. Yep.
Do you ever feel like you get hit on, or people come to you
Oh,
because you're
yeah.
the female?
Yes, for sure, for sure. But
Better tips?
That is very
Oh,
true.
there you
That is
go.
very
I didn't
true.
think about that,
Yes,
but
yes,
yeah.
better tips. No, but I think the biggest thing for myself is standing my ground and not allowing people to disrespect me.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, this is still my business. This is my business, and yes, they may try to hit on me, but I keep it professional. Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah.
And I switch the subject.
Yeah.
Or like I get all the time now of when can I see you? You can see me in this chair.
Yeah.
Come
Make,
get a haircut. Come get a haircut.
make your appointment, and then you can see me.
Yeah,
right?
and then that's it. We'll have
Yeah.
conversation then at
Yeah.
that point. So, but like you said, better tips. So,
Yeah.
and I'll take that all day.
There hasn't. You haven't had. There hasn't been a time where you had to be like, "Yo, Fred," not something crazy or anything like that.
No,
Got to get the boss involved, or
Not really.
because then he can get his boy Aaron.
Oh, see,
Coach Sawyer.
Oh.
we don't even have to worry about it. They see Fred and they're like, oh,
Fred's
never
over.
mind,
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
mind. And that's okay too. So,
Yeah.
but no, they don't. I mean, they shoot their shot every now and then, but like I said, I keep it professional and
That's good.
I make it very known that I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, because you guys are all family there.
Yeah.
Everybody work.
Yes.
Gets all
Right,
family,
so-
everybody
Yes,
take
we
care
are.
of each other.
yeah.
So she's got all kinds of brothers in there that will
Oh
help
yeah.
step up if they
There's,
need her.
I got
she needs
13 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Has there ever been a challenged haircut where you'd be like, man, this person wants this?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, especially with like longer hair. Longer hair is a little bit more difficult for me. Only because when I was in school, we didn't really learn that. We didn't even have straight hair clients coming into the shop until maybe I was about 3 months into being done. And so
Oh, wow.
not having that experience was really hard for me. But going into the shop and shadowing Fred and Gio, Fred literally was like, "I've got a client for you. Let's take him. You'll cut his hair. His haircut will be on me, or it'll be free, or whatever the case may be." And then they helped me, and that's
Okay.
how I learned.
Okay.
So what don't you know yet, or like what you still have to learn?
I still have everything to learn. I feel like being a barber is literally you're learning every single day.
I know, but is there like one skill or something that you're like, I need to get that down?
I'll say I'm still working on my fading, and that's because not every cut comes out at perfection, and so like I said, we're just learning every single day. There are like, let me say, like condensed cuts. So when somebody wants like a real low fade, like a drop fade, and it's like you're working with like 1.5 inches of trying to fade this out, and it's like, okay, hold on, I gotta really think about
Yeah.
this, really know where to put a certain line in, and just working from that. So, but yeah, I mean, man, it's an everyday learning experience.
Yeah. No, that's what's good. I mean, every day is something. It's different. Every day
Yeah.
you have something
Yeah.
different to
Yeah.
do.
Are there any haircuts you won't do?
Ooh, I'll say an Edgar cut.
A what?
I don't know.
Edgar cut. I hate
Describe it
those.
for me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look it up.
It's like where the bangs go into the taper, and it's just like real thick and bulky, and then it's like a little taper like in the sides and the back. You know what
Yeah,
I'm talking
So they
You look at
basically
it,
line up the bangs.
and it
Okay.
goes right into the hair. And
okay.
then
Looks like a
just-
helmet.
Yes.
I
Like
hate
a
this
like a
look.
bowl cut.
Yeah, you know,
A
you-
bowl
and
cut
it-
with like a
it's-
little taper.
So
And
it's-
it's like a popular look.
It
though,
is,
with kids
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
you
it's
being
like
a teacher, I'm
bangs,
sure you
isn't
it?
might see kids.
Yeah. Or do you not like it because it's hard or because it makes them look?
It's just
look.
ugly, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just,
yeah, yeah.
it's
It's your name on
time-cons-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's time consuming
Oh, it
just as
is?
well. Just
Oh,
because
okay.
you got to make sure. At this point, I might as well just get the bowl and put it on top and just shave around it and go from
Yeah,
there.
But
that's
see,
what it looks like.
It is.
You give that one haircut, and then he
They
goes
tell
tells
their
all his
friends.
buddies, and then everybody's coming in. You have
Look,
12
Yeah.
boys ready for the same
like,
haircut.
are you sure you want this cut?
Yeah.
You don't want to take off a little bit more.
Yeah.
You don't want to go up a little bit higher on the tape. I think this would look really good on you.
Has there ever been a time where somebody just says, "I'm sorry, but this is not what I really wanted"?
I have.
Yeah?
Yes, I have. there was an instance where this guy came in and I had never cut his hair before. I guess I took off too much on the top, and
Okay.
so it's one of those things, you have to learn from it.
Yeah.
He did leave. I just took care of the cut myself. It
Oh,
is
did
what it
you?
is. It is what it is, and you have to accept that being in this industry, because if you want them to come back, you gotta take care of
customer
them,
service.
right?
Yeah.
And probably about a month or so later, he did come back. His hair was a little bit longer on top, and he said, "Don't touch this side." And what did I do? I touched that side.
Oh, man.
And so I messed his haircut up again.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he was, not to say it was a bad cut, it was just he just didn't want me to touch that corner.
Oh,
And so as I'm lining him up, I touched that
Yeah.
corner. And so he was really upset, and I haven't seen him since then. But I will say, if he was to come back into the shop, I would not take his haircut.
Right.
And not because I know that I had already messed him up before, but he was a real ass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was.
It
And
makes you
so-
wonder, though. Are there people that come in there and purposely do
Do
those
things like
just
that,
so
yes.
they could
Yeah.
get a free haircut or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there are people that are like that, and yeah, I just
I'm
I wouldn't
surprised they
take him
came
again.
back.
Yes,
I really am surprised.
And a lot of times, especially if you really mess up somebody's haircut, they're not going to go back to you.
No. Yeah.
And so I don't know if maybe because I did take care of the service the first time that he was going to be able to come in and say, "Don't touch this spot," and then I touched the spot, and then he's like, "Oh, it's another free haircut,"
Right.
and now I'm going to come back again, and
Yeah.
I'm going to complain about it again.
Right.
But and that's why I wouldn't take him.
No,
again.
that makes sense.
So you said 17 in one day. What do you think's your average time? Like no towel, no beard. What's a
Like a
good
good
time
fade?
frame for just a haircut?
30 minutes.
30?
30
Okay.
minutes. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But I like to take my time.
Yeah.
I really like to take my time. One, because it's an experience, and a client can feel if you're rushing through that cut, and I don't want them to feel like that. I want them to know that I really put my effort into it, and that I took my time with them, and they get a hot towel shave, and they're laying there, they're comfortable. A lot of times, they get under that hot towel and they're relaxed, and then you take the hot towel off, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm back up from my
The
nap."
real one.
And so,
Yeah, I don't know if I took a nap or not.
well, with it
was
being
really
your first
comfortable.
time,
I was worried about something else. So
a prank.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe if you come in next time, it might be that.
Yeah, okay. How often do you get new clients?
Weekly.
Yeah.
I think like last week I got about. I think I had one new client every single day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it because word of mouth, or they just happen to be whoever's next and walk in and then they come back?
Nope. So a lot of times it is word of mouth.
Okay.
Word of mouth, or I have had a few people. I had a guy last week come in, and he said he typed in "best female barber," and I
Nice.
popped up. So
That's awesome.
it was one of those things that Instagram it also gives that to you. So
Okay.
yeah.
cool.
So I mean, it makes me feel good.
So are you on social media then? Are
Yep.
you
So
okay?
my Instagram is Mikki_the barber.
Okay.
And actually, I was just looking at my business profile, and I had 14.8 thousand views in 30 days.
Oh.
And so it was
That's cool.
It was an eye opener for myself, because creating content is just it's a little bit time consuming and a little bit more difficult, and you got to have the patience, and I just don't.
Yeah, that's not everybody's thing. I know. Yeah.
But it did make me realize I have to be on top of it in order for them, because yes, I could have 14,000 views, but how many people are booking, and how
Yeah.
many people are coming
Yeah.
in, and how many
Yeah.
people are actually following the social media? Because I think on social media, once you get so many views, you can start getting paid for it.
Yeah,
and
right,
so
yeah.
that would be eventually a goal. Like just by posting content, I'm getting paid.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're in a good spot where the location is at?
Oh yes.
Like I
Yep.
feel Johnson Drive, right? Or
So
that
busy.
Yeah.
So busy. And then not only that, but we were in the shop right across the street from where we're at right now.
Oh, you guys were?
Yep. And
Oh,
so
I didn't realize
it
that.
was actually, I think we had 8 barbers in one shop, and then you go down a couple doors, and then it was officially styled, the studio. And so when we moved across the street, we were able to bring on a few more barbers, and we put the studio in the back. So now we're all one.
Oh,
And
okay.
instead of having to go walk here to here, and
Yeah.
You
So,
know-
but how many chairs does he have in there? Like, are you guys at capacity for barbers, or are you still always
so
people wanting to come work there?
yes, we do have a lot of people that want to work for us.
That's cool.
But with Fred and who he is and what he is looking to accomplish and being able to give back to the community, we want somebody that's going to be in the shop that's willing to make meetings and go to these community events and just willing to put their time and effort into it.
That's great.
And so actually there's a total of 15 of us right now. We do have one open chair, which is actually next to me. So, come on, come have fun with me. But yeah, I mean, it's just great. I love it.
Yeah. That's cool.
They push me to be better. So.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I see on your social media. I think it's your Instagram. You shoot videos of you, cutting hair from beginning. How can I sign up to be a part
You
of?
want to be a
video?
part of that? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I was waiting for the cameras to show up when I showed up. I said, "Wait a minute, she doesn't even know who I am or what anything."
Well, let's ask a
So we
better
got-
question.
All
How
right.
important is like social media or an online presence in barbering today?
no, it's very important. I mean, I think just social media right now is just that's how people get locked in, right? They want to be able to see content that is showing your expertise, your skill, and then also what keeps them intrigued. So, they don't want to sit there and watch a video that is, boring or has no music or no context to it, and
Yeah.
so building that online presence is definitely very important. The video that I think that you're talking about, the last video that I just posted, that was actually a client of mine who I had never met before. I bought some merch from him. Okay. He asked if I do beards. Of course I do. Brought him into the chair. As we're in the chair, he said, "Hey, I got some new merch. Would you like to collaborate?" And
okay.
he said, "You wear my merch, I'll shoot a video for you, and we can just post it together."
Cool.
And so that's how that last video came about. Skrilly Visions, I think.
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
it goes
yeah,
by.
yes, yes, it was.
And so, yeah.
There you go. Collaborate, and then you don't have to do all the work.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And it just makes it so much easier. He's actually going to come out. We have a barber competition this Sunday. And so he's going to come out and make a video for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean? A barber competition? Where is it?
It is going to be at the Cable Event Center. And so this competition is the Kansas Barber Battle. So you sign up for it. I believe there's like 4 or 5 different competitions, and then we all just compete. And then there's 3 different judges. I believe somebody's coming from like Illinois and Florida and another place. And so they're coming in and they'll judge it. And I really am excited for this competition because it is not separated as male and female.
Oh,
It's all one.
Cool.
Yeah, and so that's my biggest thing.
So how do those competitions work? I mean, who cuts the fastest? Who
Nope, so-
the better fade?
Yeah. So really it is let's see, I think there's like 4 different competitions. So the one that I'm going to be in is best fade and beard.
Okay.
And that's a 45-minute cut. And then there's a I guess rookie of the year, so coming out of school. There's the fastest fade, which I believe is 15 minutes. And then there is a tag team, and then there's best design. So there's multiple different
Well, that's
competitions.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I've actually been in a few, and the last competition that I was in, I did win best fade and beard, and then I took second in fastest fade.
Cool.
And it was nerve-wracking.
Oh, really?
It was so nerve-wracking, yes.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I think this one was going to be a little bit better. Like I said, this one is not male and female, and so this allows me to really compete with the big dogs, and I can, really showcase my work and, let people know that it doesn't matter if you're male or female. We're all barbers. You know?
Are there like big name, like who's the big barber in Kansas City?
So the one that is really well known is Sly Huncho.
Is he like all the athletes go to him and stuff like that?
Nope. So
No?
Sly Huncho actually created an online presence and created like an online education book, and a lot of people did not know that he was from here. And now he has moved to like Texas or someplace, but he has a huge following. He won the Kansas City People's Choice Awards last year for best barber.
Oh. Okay, so he's out of the competition
So
because
no
he's not
beef-
here
no
anymore,
beef.
right?
All right,
Nope,
Okay.
not here anymore. Yep.
Okay. Good.
Right.
Somebody new.
Yep.
Okay.
The other person would be
Like, is there somebody that does like chiefs and people like that?
so
Or
there's a
who's-
lot of Duan. I can't think of his last name. Duan Pons. He is the owner of Purple Label Barbershop, and he's the one who cut Mahomes.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's
okay.
Mahomes' barber. But there's also a few barbershops like Rico's Cuts. Rico is really well known on the Missouri side, and he cuts a few of the Chiefs players as well. But I think those are the ones that are kind of well known within the Chiefs. So
You guys haven't had any athletes pop in yet?
not yet. I'm manifesting it. That's all I
Yes.
need. I
Okay.
need one
Yep.
Chiefs player to come in, and we can get them right, and then we'll
Right.
just keep coming.
Well,
in.
you're in the right steps. You already have one podcaster.
Yep,
now you can-
that's all it
We
takes.
had a former chief. He's like 60 and white, but
Hey, that's all that matters.
Yeah. You know what?
He still has that title.
And
so.
if he goes in, he may want that cut we were talking about
The
earlier.
Edgar.
the Edgar. He may
Oh,
want that cut.
hey, if that's what he wants, then I'll give it to him.
oh man,
Do you have any long-term goals here in the near future?
For
or-
sure. So I would like to really open up another officially chopped.
Oh.
I would like
Okay.
to create that and run that myself.
Wow.
Obviously with the help of Fred.
Yeah.
But that is one of my goals is
Okay, yeah.
to
Because right now it's just the one shop,
Yes.
right?
Hey, yeah, be the Queen Latifah.
yeah.
Like she did. Like she did for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
that's cool.
And,
guys,
and
that can't be your only reference.
Sorry,
The barbershop reference.
the barbershop series. Yeah.
You guys got to come into the shop more
I
often.
know. Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to ask you about designs.
Yeah.
Do you do the designs? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're an artist? That you need to be an
yeah.
artist to be able to do designs?
I think being a barber is an artist in itself. You know,
Uh-huh.
we,
Yes,
we,
it is.
we literally
Yes.
create,
You
from
sculpt.
yes,
Yes. But
Yes,
to
it
do
is.
the designs is an even
yeah,
higher level of artistic.
yes,
Right?
Yep, you do have to kind of study your line work. You have to be able to come off the top of the dome and just do any random designs and also know how to put it together. And so that's where the artistic ability comes in. And don't get me wrong, there are times where I'm like drawing a blank, but then I have to or either, reference something that I've done before or go online and kind of look. I do have a few clients that will just be like, oh, just freehand it, do whatever. And, give me a couple minutes so I can think on something.
Oh, anything, I mean, like Chiefs, Royals, that type of stuff, or specific photo. I mean, people can get really.
Oh yeah, for sure. I haven't gone too much into depth
Oh,
with
okay.
that. I have
Okay.
done a couple like basic outlines of like a KC, but
Oh,
like
okay.
if they are wanting too much, I'm like, hey, Gio.
Oh, okay. So
they want
someone
this.
can do that.
they,
Oh,
want,
okay.
they want
There you go.
this. So
Yeah.
Anybody use like technology to help with that? The reference I'm thinking is so like our tattoo guy.
Yeah.
We actually had him on here. He now does everything on his iPad. So you send him what you want, he'll draw it up on there,
Yep.
send it to his printer that's printing on the
Okay.
transfer sheet. But like, is anybody like that with the,
Oh,
the
no.
design? No.
I just need you to send me a picture, and I'm gonna put this
You're gonna
right
hold that
here
right-
on my stand, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna mimic it.
I'll go old school and get the projector. Put the picture
Put it
in,
on the
put it on
head.
her head, and it's
Hey, that's a good idea.
So in my head I'm thinking, so my wife got a tattoo of multiple flowers, but he was able to layer them up there in his little
Oh,
app
yeah.
and figure that out
Yeah.
so it all
Yeah.
lays out. I could see maybe somebody
Yeah.
taking that with the hair of,
I could
okay, this
kinda
is the shape
see
of his
that.
head.
Yeah.
I need this to curve right here, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To
Nobody's-
show depth.
Yep.
You know?
I don't know.
No,
3D.
I might have to look into that.
There you go. You might be the first. There
Yeah.
You know, somebody once told me that I had said something to them about, yeah, I cut hair or I cut somebody's hair before, and they're like, well, yeah, you're an artist. You can cut hair because I consider myself an artist, and so I see the way I cut hair is like you're sculpturing.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, it really is. I mean,
Yeah.
even, people come in and everybody has different shapes of heads and
Yeah.
different sizes, and you can literally do the same cut 5 times back to back, but every cut is going
Yeah.
to be different.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because
know,
of this,
yep.
the shape of the hair.
And then that's also another thing, sometimes clients want some type of cut, and you're like, well, your head shape isn't going to really flow with that hairstyle. And so you might have to adjust it a little bit. And most of the time when you do explain that to them, they're like, okay, that makes sense. And,
I mean, you're talking shape, but even direction of hair.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
his darn
hair,
cowlicks.
Yeah,
Everything.
everything like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
And
All of it.
what about those guys who come in? They have their hairline right above their eyebrow.
Oh, my gosh.
And can you kind of open it up a little bit and add extra inches to it? And,
How much do you want?
anybody ever just come in and say, you know what, just shave my head. I just need it all. I get rid of it. Just
Yep.
buzz it all, take a razor to it, nice and clean.
Yeah, not necessarily
No.
just cut it all the way off
Okay.
like that, but I do have one client who comes in literally like every 6 months, and his hair is like super long, and he's like, all right, let's go ahead and just get a little flow going, or other times he'll be like, let's just take it all the way off, and that's just, which is fun. I tell him all the time, because he always says, I'll start coming in more often. I'm like, I know you won't, but just
Yeah.
keep coming back.
Yeah.
Do you have any clients that come from out of town?
So I have a guy that comes from, I think it's a little outside of Topeka.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know.
Maybe-
I know he's told me he drives a little over an hour
Okay.
to come get his haircut, and that makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
And he actually found me on social media,
Okay.
and so
dope.
that's a point as to how social media plays a effect.
Yeah.
So are you doing content every time you have a shift? Do you have certain days? How do you approach all that?
Really, it's just, if I wake up one day and I'm like, okay, we gotta make some content. But in the back, we do choose Wednesday at 12 o'clock. And we're just gonna create whatever it is, whatever content it is. It doesn't have to be a haircut. It can just be us talking. It could just be a video of what we're doing in the shop that day.
Is that for the shop or for the individuals?
For the individuals.
Okay.
Yep. But that is something that we do challenge each other with, and I love it, because it does put us outside of our comfort zone, and then also, is challenging us to make that content.
So everybody is trying to get in on the social media part of it.
Yes, at least in the back.
What do you think about what's his name, Vic Blends?
Oh yeah, he's fire.
He's got to do like Obama and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
he's just moving up in the world.
He what I really like about him is that he actually goes out into public and does free cuts and actually
Sets up a
talks
chair. Yeah.
talks to these people and figures out a story about them, and then is able to give them some type of advice, and then also they get up and they look good and they feel good, and I
I've seen
think
him do like homeless people too. Like
yeah.
he's gonna. Hey,
Taking care of people.
yep.
how can I help?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I will say that is somewhat how I started off too. By getting repetition is going and giving free haircuts to the homeless, giving free haircuts to the kids, which is something that we still do. We still do that now. Going to like career days and talking to kids, or we do a lot of the back to school. So like our back to school cuts, all the cuts are free. We also do the backpack giveaways with all the school supplies and
30 Edgars. No.
all I ask is that they don't come in asking for that. But
So do you style them up with what they want, or you just give them a haircut?
free haircuts.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's still what they want.
Still what they want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's still what they want because at the end of the day, they're still the ones to wear it. And, you know, like I said, the best thing is about making somebody else feel
Yeah.
good. And so I don't want to go out there and give somebody a haircut that they didn't really want, you know, and now they're still unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a haircut, but it's not what they wanted. And they're
Right,
like,
yeah.
this and-
Mom likes it, but maybe you don't like it. Yeah.
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 Yep.
That'd be cool. Cool. Yeah, you know what? Speaking of, well, you know, let's go back to Wichita, right? Did you? I mean, was there ever a time that you thought about opening a shop in Wichita?
No.
No.
I will say I did. There was a brief second that I did think about going to Vibes, Barber and Aesthetics. So shout out to Ruth. That is somebody that I went to high school with.
Okay.
And she has been a barber since we got out of high school, and she's
Oh.
very, very successful. Has her own shop. She did open up a chair like I think a few months ago, and so it kind of just went through my mind, you know. But I don't want to go back to Wichita. I think if I'm gonna move, I'm gonna move somewhere where I can expand and really grow. And you know, when you move to somewhere that you don't know, that's a bigger challenge. You know,
Because you're going to start all over with
Yeah,
your
you gotta
clientele,
start
right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Starting fresh. And if I'm gonna take a challenge, I need it to be a real challenge where I can go and still be successful. Whether as just, you know, if I were to go back home, I would be able to have clientele right off the bat. And that's boring to me.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you've been at the shop how long?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yep.
But in total, 4 years.
4 years, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's cool.
Well, speaking of Wichita,
Yeah. Speaking of Wichita, I want to do these fun facts about Wichita. At least five fun facts, and let's see if you put you
If
to
I
the
know?
test. Yeah, if you know these.
All right.
So, did you know that Wichita is the birthplace of Pizza Hut
Yes, I did.
and White Castle?
White Castle. Okay, I didn't know that. I knew the Spangles.
and Freddy's,
Freddy's now?
Wow.
I believe so.
Are you sure? Can you check? Can
I-
you fact
I
check?
have no idea.
Fact check yourself. Oh, come on! Remember the time that we went in 2016 to watch the North Boys play?
Uh-huh.
The Pizza Hut, I think, is just right not too far from
Yeah.
Wichita State?
Wichita State.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that little hut that's sitting there. I don't know
Wichita,
if-
Kansas.
What's that? Freddy's?
Freddy's?
Frozen
Wow.
custard and steak burgers.
Sweet.
I did not know
I did not
that.
know that either. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
I went to
was-
college with the guy that knew the founder family.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That is cool.
Cool.
Let's see. Another one. In 2008, the NAACP recognized Wichita as the site of the first sit-in by African Americans at an all-white lunch counter in July of 1958.
Wow.
Hmm.
I did not know that.
Yep.
You know, Kansas would be the place that I. would
I know,
choose to
right?
Start that, but all right.
Actress Christy Alley. You familiar with Christy
Okay.
Alley?
Yep. I know that. I
From
recognize the name.
Cheers?
Yeah.
Is that where she was from?
You know where everybody wants to know your name. That show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in that show. Yeah. She is
From Wichita?
from there. Yeah. Born in Wichita, January 12th, 1951. Of course, you got Barry Sanders.
Yep.
You played for the Detroit Lions.
Yep.
I remember playing in a softball tournament. Is that what you were gonna say?
No.
And the school or the park that we were playing next to, it had a big home of Barry Sanders and this and that.
Wait,
Yep.
what high school, private school did you go to?
Bishop Carroll.
Is that because we were at a volleyball tournament, and I think we were at the high school, if I remember correctly, and you were like, "Oh, this is where Barry Sanders went to school."
No, it wasn't Barry Sanders.
No?
No, that's Buddy Hield.
Oh, it was somebody else.
Yeah,
Okay,
an
never mind.
NBA basketball player.
Okay.
Yeah. Lynette Woodward.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we just saw her at.
Oh,
We were at. Oh yeah, when we went to the K-State game.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And she
yeah.
was there. She was being honored.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know she played for KU and the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually met her. So
really?
when I went to Coffeyville, my roommate, that was her aunt.
Oh,
and so
sheesh.
I went to her family's house and I met all her family
wow.
and see where she grew up at and met her and it was just great.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. And Jim Ryan.
Don't know who that is.
He won a silver medal in 1968 Summer Olympics. and is also a politician.
Don't know him.
So he's pretty popular.
Boo. Why is he in this list?
I know. Give us
Because,
something
A
interesting.
silver medalist? Come on, man.
Oh man.
And why I have this guitar sitting here next to me. The first electric guitar was played at Shadowland Ballroom in Wichita, by a Wichitanian. Is that a word?
Tonian, maybe. Wichitanian?
That's a new
Tonian?
word for me.
His name is Gage Brewer in 1932. So
I laugh
awesome.
because you asked these questions about Wichita and where, and this, you don't even know anything about Wichita other than
We're going to
Where'd you
edit
go to
that
high
part out.
school?
Wichita State.
Cutting that part
shit.
out.
I'm just saying we don't. Wichita State is about the only place that we know because of
You
just
putting me on
traveling
blast
there.
right now?
Yes.
I know about the Koch family. They're
Yes.
Yep.
big
Koch
industry
family.
there.
Uh huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Tony
Coke?
Montana.
Tony
No.
Montana.
I mean, like he's spitting facts over there.
Yes, he is.
A lot of people there work for Koch Industries.
Yep.
That's about it.
Okay, so you being from Wichita, can you give us some fun facts about you?
About myself?
Yeah, at least one.
Fun fact about myself.
I mean, everybody knows you're a barber now, and you
Yeah.
were a track star.
Let's see.
I have notes here. I can give you this guitar. I heard you could play the guitar.
What? I can do a little string on it.
While you think, what was the furthest javelin you ever threw?
I believe it was 136 was my furthest.
I know nothing about javelin, but that sounds impressive.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds
what
far.
But does your son throw the javelin as well?
Yes, and he hates it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what is the comparison? What does he throw?
Oh, he's not even close. No.
Not
Not yet. Not yet, at least.
Not
Not
yet.
yet, at least.
Yeah.
He's more of a football player. I'll
Oh,
give
is he?
I'll give him that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah.
So he does
mean, do
track
you-
and football.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now, how about a skill that you have? Can you juggle?
Juggle.
Can you do a cartwheel? Can you do a headstand?
I mean, I'm sure if I tried.
Anything, right? No. Oh, that's cool.
Nope. Yeah. I'm
That's all right.
pretty laid back.
Yeah. When show's over, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I could do
No, I
this."
remember.
You have a trick, a bar trick, something like that. That you,
I mean, I can take some shots back to back.
That's funny because I heard that. I was gonna say, yeah. What's your favorite alcoholic drink? Beverage,
Tequila.
poison. Oh, you like tequila?
Yep.
Is there a
Tequila.
favorite?
I just stick with Casamigos.
Okay.
The Casamigos, and I can either do a pickleback with that, or if I'm gonna make a mixed drink, it's gonna be some tequila and pineapple.
How about
with a lime.
Hornitos? The Hornitos?
I will drink it, but I like my Casamigos.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Nice. All right, let's get into this really quick here. These are would you rather.
Okay.
Okay. So for 1 month, have an unlimited gift card to your favorite restaurant, or for 2 weeks, a gift card to your favorite clothing store.
You know what? I really hate shopping, and I love to eat. So if I could go to M. Chama's every day,
Really?
I would have to work out a little bit extra.
Yeah.
But yep, no,
So
I
you got
love to eat.
Gift card to your favorite.
I think I would do clothing.
So that is your favorite
can I
restaurant.
jump in there real
Go
quick?
ahead. Yes.
Only because you two old people will know it. I've got this crazy idea in my head
What happened?
that I don't even think is real, but I have an idea that one of my favorite things to eat ever was mashed potatoes and gravy from Ponderosa. I will never be able to recreate that or figure out if that was actually good or not, but I've got this just childhood memory that the mashed potatoes and gravy at this
Yes.
goddamn buffet was amazing.
Yes, they were. Yep. Have you heard of a Ponderosa? No.
I don't even think it was that big of a thing. It might have just been local.
That was where we used to get our steaks.
I know. I remember that too. My dad would get the little
Chicken
au jus
wings.
cup and he'd
Yeah.
dip his steak in there. But
Yeah.
if I could bring that back to find that out.
The bringing Ponderosa back.
Yeah, man.
They're still out there, I think, somewhere. I don't know. Anyway. Here's this one. Would you rather hop with your 2 feet together, or walk backwards everywhere you go for 6 months.
Oh man.
So can you see yourself just hopping forward with your 2 feet together, right?
I feel like I would have some strong legs.
I know, right?
Or you just walk backwards.
No, I'm just gonna walk backwards.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be something to try to do for a whole day.
Just walking
Just
backwards.
walk backwards.
My thing is I'm so clumsy. I really am. So I would probably be tripping more than what I already trip now.
How about this one? For a whole week, lose your hearing or not be able to speak.
Not be able to speak. I'm not going deaf for a week.
But if you shut off your ears for a whole week, you can talk all you want.
That doesn't help.
You wouldn't
'Cause I
you
don't
wouldn't know what to
I
talk
don't know how
about.
to read I don't know sign
Well, I mean,
language.
but people can write stuff down
Write it
for
down,
you,
yeah.
and you can read and
Maybe, but I can
subtitles.
easily do that to speak.
Say?
You'd have to really captivate people for them to want to listen to you, knowing that you're not listening to them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have to be saying something good.
Yeah. See, so when I got my haircut with Michaela, I had to give her a warning, say, I can't hear out of my right ear. So if you're standing on my right side and you're talking to me, and if I don't say anything to you, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't hear you. So,
I took it as I was being ignored. But
did you ask me anything while you were talking?
I'm sure I did.
It's a little annoying sometimes.
Hey.
I think that might just be selective hearing.
Sometimes I wonder, yes, but definitely while we're in the car, he's driving. You can't hear.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm on this side. I'm like,
Gotta yell at him.
hello. Oh, you turned me down.
That's even funnier. Do you remember when my ear was fucked up? I got an ear infection
That was so bad that you lost your hearing?
for 2 weeks. I had to go through like 2 different prescriptions to get this infection down, but I couldn't hear anything out of my right ear. And my wife got so pissed because when I sleep, I would sleep on my left
Right.
side too, and the rights go no. So
Yeah.
I'm connecting that pain with you because same thing in the car. I would drive everywhere, and then she's just going on like I can't hear a single thing that you're
Yep.
saying
It's
right
like,
now.
yeah.
Say, that's
It's
me.
the same shit.
That's me 24/7 now.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's called getting old.
No, it's called
No,
an ear infection
for
for,
him,
me.
for
Okay,
him,
yeah,
for him.
yeah, yeah.
If she's sitting on my right side and she says something, I literally have to go like this. Put my hand in my ear
Yeah.
and say, "Wah." Yeah. But anyway, she said like I'm sure it gets annoying. Let's see. Would you rather be 25 minutes late or an hour early to everything you do for the rest of your life?
Oh no, I'm late. I'm late already.
So you're late already. So it
Yeah,
doesn't.
I'm okay. They say that people who are late live longer because they don't stress about being on time.
Ah.
Yes. And he has a problem with this. I'm late.
I want to know who said that. I want to know who said that and how successful they were. That's what I want to know.
They may still be alive because
Yeah.
they're not
Possibly,
stressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
110 years old. They're still alive.
At least with being late, I can let my people know. Like, hey, I'm just running a little bit late.
Yeah.
See, that's different though.
You show up an hour early, then you gotta help, put everything together.
I know, right?
and-
No, well, I mean, what you do is you
But,
show
like-
up an hour early, but you kind of hide.
Late with notice is different than late altogether. Hey, I'm running late.
Okay.
This is why, or I'll be there at this time. That's
Okay.
different than just always being chronically late to everything.
Okay,
you
so-
know the time it starts.
We know you, and we know how you like to be on time or early.
Sure.
Do you see a difference now that you have the baby and how much time it takes to get 3 people ready?
No. I see a difference in how people prioritize their time.
So you're getting ready earlier.
I'm getting ready earlier. But if the other 2 parties aren't ready, then that can push things back.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm measuring out how, if we need to leave by this time, then he's got to be in a car seat by that time. And then I'm figuring that out.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, you're stressed.
But I can, no, not at all. That's the thing, not at all. I'll sit there and I'll
And if you're not, it's because Kaylee is stressed.
Oh, somebody's
that's a
stressed.
Yeah.
that's a personal decision.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, listen to this one. All right. Would you rather live in a fabulous penthouse apartment that overlooks a city or live in a ginormous mansion out on a big piece of land with no neighbors?
Oh, I'm taking the land all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. I would love to just be out in the country, not have to worry about the loud noises. I can do whatever I want on my own land. And
Okay, but if you're that high up in a penthouse, you don't have neighbors either. You got that whole floor,
Yeah, but
maybe
you-
not two floors that you own. You're not worried about
you still
neighbors.
you have the
There's
city
Go ahead,
lights.
Chris.
different kind of
Yeah.
sights that you get. You either
Yes.
get that nice view of your grounds and a nice, I don't know,
See the stars.
The stars.
Yeah.
It's
Or you get-
peaceful.
or you get that beautiful metropolis setting.
Yeah, city skyline.
The city's loud and just.
Not when you're that high up. That's what I'm saying. If it's in a penthouse,
Okay, so what you're
It's
saying
just
is you
you.
would choose the penthouse.
I'm saying it's just you. Like you don't have neighbors.
Right. Okay, so
Neighbors
then,
are floors beneath you.
okay,
Yeah,
but you don't
still have to
what,
deal with them.
How you gonna get all your stuff into the house?
You pay movers.
your
people.
groceries.
You're in a penthouse. You pay movers.
Okay, that's like me asking you, how are you going to cut all that land, that grass? You got to pay somebody.
I'm gonna call my backyard barber.
Yeah, call him up.
He's got it all taken care of.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's say speak 5 other languages or play 10 different instruments.
Languages all day.
Yep.
You can travel wherever.
Yeah.
And be able to get anywhere, especially if you speak it fluently.
Right.
You know that they might look at you like, wow, you know this language, but you don't have to worry about anything else.
But if you play 10 different instruments, you'd probably be a musician and making millions. Something like that.
Not
I'm
necessarily.
not a music person, so I wouldn't choose that anyway.
Hear me out though. As bilingual people,
Go ahead.
so there's a while taking a break from learning Italian, but the problem is there's some words that are so similar of even Italian and Spanish that I would think that at some point when you hear things, your brain then has to process what you're hearing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, do you get that with if somebody's speaking Spanglish and then you like, fuck, I got to bounce back and forth between what I'm interpreting? No?
No, not Spanglish. Spanglish? No, because I do
What I'm
the
saying,
same
where they
thing.
like drop a couple Spanish words in there
Yeah.
or a couple English words in it? No?
No.
I feel like 5 languages, while it will give you a lot of positive benefits, that could be a lot to process.
You can make more money. Knowing more.
If you want to
languages.
work with those languages, yeah. If you just want to travel and shit.
Do you speak Spanish?
No.
No.
You would think, but I
Well,
don't.
that's
Nope.
okay. Our kids don't speak it because we didn't.
You didn't. I tried.
We
No, you
both
didn't.
tried.
That's
Right.
what that's what my mom says too. She tried.
Yeah, yeah.
How much of trying was
I
A lot of them
know.
were bad words and me getting mad at them, so I could.
And they can't fault us because we all tried as well. We tried to take classes in school.
Oh, that's completely different.
Nothing stuck.
Yeah. yeah.
We try to take
Those are my
classes in
easiest
school
A's.
in Johnson County. I don't know that impacts quite.
I
there.
think anywhere still.
Yeah, I guess.
It's still
Learning
the
it with
same.
non-immersive Todd is different than like speaking it at home with Carlos.
Yeah, yeah, no, I totally agree. Yes. But so we took the classes as well. But because we had a
In Wyandotte County,
no, that was before all of what Wyandotte County is now. It was not
I
like
mean, in the people around you, where like there's support systems that also speak Spanish. We're going to school with Todd. Todd
Yes,
doesn't speak Spanish.
I know,
Like,
I know,
You,
I
you
get
can't
that.
bounce a conversation
Yeah.
off of him and his parents. Like,
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
You got grandmas and grandmas and grandmas that all
Right.
speak Spanish. That
Exactly.
You can, I'm picking up what they're saying.
Yes.
No, it was a class you had to take.
Right. And I get it. Yes, you don't learn a whole lot unless you're really invested in it and you want to.
It's kind of racist. They make you pick
Oh,
a
right.
Spanish name for the classes.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
do
kind
remember
of
that.
racist as shit.
So what'd you
Yeah.
go with?
I just went with Jose. That's the problem.
No, it's
But
Jose.
you got to pick like any
Yes.
random name. and they're
Yes,
just
I remember
picking
that.
a Hispanic sounding name that they think is funny or cool or fly or whatever the fuck. That's kind of fucking racist.
I'm sorry, we've come through a lot of racist things in our lifetime, so
I
that
hear
is
you.
one of
I'm
them.
just saying,
Yeah,
that's-
no, you're right. That's one of them.
Chris, did you have to pick a Spanish name?
No,
No, that wasn't.
Did you take Spanish
I
class?
took Spanish.
When? Middle school or high
No,
school?
High school.
All 4
I-
years?
No.
Maybe just your freshman year.
I
or
think it was
something?
sophomore.
Sophomore. I vaguely
Irrelevant.
remember. Yeah.
Did you take Spanish classes?
I did.
Did you?
Yep.
They didn't work, did they?
Nope.
Did they make you pick a name?
I don't remember us picking a name.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was gonna pick a name, I probably would have just chose my own. My
Yeah.
own.
yeah.
Micaela?
Yep.
Man. All right. Next one. For 48 hours, be a wild rabbit or a horse
No, give me that horse.
Yeah.
that is owned by someone.
What?
Ooh.
Boo.
I don't think horses get ridden as much as you
No.
think they do.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And especially if it's not a wild horse. Just I'm talking about a horse that is owned by someone. So
It's tame.
Getting
it's
fed.
chained, fed,
it's a
but
pet.
they're usually fenced in, so you can't go anywhere.
You usually have big
I like-
areas.
There's this company that I drive to pick up metal, and I always see this horse in the back of this guy's yard. It's always in the same position. Sometimes
Same
I had to
horse.
think if it was real or not. But, and then one day I just saw it doing like circles, just trying to get some exercise. I'm like, that's gotta suck. Be a horse and
There's people that all they do is they've got stables on their land and they just people drop their horses off for the winter. They
Yeah.
take care of them for the winter and shit.
yeah, we know somebody that has a horse.
Yeah.
and
Josie does that.
I wasn't
yeah?
throwing any
Yeah, she
names
has a
out there,
horse.
but yeah,
And
Damn, horses are expensive. All right.
I know more than a car,
Yeah,
right?
those
Are they more than a car?
Certain horses.
Yeah.
I think you probably get one for like 5-10 grand.
I got a horse in the driveway. It's a '96 Mustang. Okay. Anyway, live with or without? Live without music or TV.
Without TV.
Without TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to have the music.
Yeah.
Music makes the world go around. That's what I say.
Let me be a contrarian here.
A contrarian? Is that a Contreras?
No, that's
Oh.
just opposite of things.
No.
While I do love music, there's a lot of creativity and I would say new ideas that come out of the visuals. You know,
mm-hmm.
like the shit they're doing now on TV with graphics, with movies, with exploring nature.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get that shit 10 years ago.
Of course.
You can experience outer space with visuals. You can't do that with music.
I got to play it, Zay. I got to play it.
Damn, I wish Jose was on. I mean, like, he's spitting facts over there.
he is.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
You know, like, hey, in college it was a thing to get high and watch Planet Earth. Like, they're exploring the oceans. You're seeing whales and shit. Like,
Yeah.
You thought you were swimming with them, huh?
exactly. You're just floating. Man, I don't know.
Fun times, college, right? All right. Last one. The have to eat a small bowl of fried crickets or fried worms.
Neither.
Neither.
Oh, come on, babe. You have to choose one.
I'm gonna go with crickets.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
worms
a texture.
are less pieces.
It's a texture thing.
You go,
I feel like the worm might just
Yeah.
fried? Guys,
be fried. Okay.
A
think
fried
of how
worm?
quickly you can overcook
Okay.
chicken.
Like a
You're gonna
mozzarella-
overcook this
like a
worm.
mozzarella stick.
Well, I mean,
It's still,
think about
still gooey on the
Yeah.
think about during the summer those poor worms that try to cross the sidewalk and they
that's
get
true,
stuck
they're
right
all-
in
It's gonna fry real freaking quick.
Yeah.
Crickets, you got all the parts. You got the legs. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The eyeballs looking at
You
you.
might have something
gosh.
stuck in your teeth.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worm will be just one quick piece.
All right. Speaking of that, Michaela, I got something here for you.
Oh, some fried crickets.
We're gonna have one. We're gonna have one before the show is over.
Oh no.
All right. Our last. Let's go into our last segment here. I want to know Mikki's favorites.
My favorite.
Okay. What's your favorite barbecue joint?
I'm gonna go with Casey Joe's.
Nice.
Love Casey Joe's.
Casey Joe's is a spot. What is it, a certain meal?
Ribs.
Oh yeah.
I tear up some ribs.
Music genre.
R&B.
Yeah. Yeah. Favorite group.
No, I'll say a lot of like 90s and early 2000s.
All right.
Yeah,
Are you a New Edition fan?
I do like New Edition.
So it kind of aged you asking a group because a lot of the R&B nowadays is in groups.
Oh, really?
Then it's not R&B.
Okay, easy.
All right. place to get a good coffee?
Oh, I love Dutch Bros. That's like a weekly thing.
That-
It's probably like 3 times a week.
Those lines are so. Okay. I've never had a coffee from there. What you go to?
I do
Cold or hot?
cold.
Cold
so
coffee.
Iced caramelizer.
Okay.
So good.
Yeah.
Like
That's your
me-
lunch break, isn't it?
Yeah, me and G. It depends on who is, has some time, but
Yeah.
we take care of each other.
That's cool.
If you go at 6 a.m, there's no line.
Oh, really? Yeah, 6 a.m. I'm still tossing and turning at that time. Favorite pizza topping?
Probably just some Italian sausage.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Zay?
Favorite? Probably got to go pepperoni. Sleeper? Artichoke.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Interesting.
Artichoke hearts?
Sam?
Ham and pineapple.
Boo.
That's actually pretty good together.
I like the sweet. And
I like
sour.
pineapple on ice cream.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip ice cream. Chris, favorite topping on a pizza?
None.
Cheese.
Just
So
cheese.
boring.
Son,
Where,
are
where
you?
do we go wrong? How do we do that?
Mozzarella's not even
Doesn't
that
speak
great of a
Spanish,
flavor by
doesn't like
itself.
toppings on pizza.
Christian.
What?
Favorite shoe brand?
Probably Jordans.
Yeah.
Nikes, yeah.
Nikes. Probably. Do you own a pair of Jordans?
I got them on right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Black Cat 4s.
Yeah. Thing to eat for breakfast?
Biscuits and gravy.
Mm.
My favorite.
I was never that person to eat biscuits and gravy.
So good.
Gravy's got to be on the mashed potatoes. That's all I know.
You can get too much biscuit. Like there could be too much breading for the gravy.
Aren't biscuits usually the same size?
You just gotta add more gravy.
Have you ever been to the Big Biscuit? They're not the same size.
No, I've never had a big biscuit from the Big Biscuit.
They're big.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
Yeah, like a sandwich type of like hamburger bun
Yeah.
size.
Sometimes it's too much
That's
too much
huge.
biscuit.
Yeah, throw
much
water on that. Favorite movie?
I'm gonna say Love and Basketball.
I love that one too.
That's yeah.
You mean Barbershop isn't one?
I live that every day. Of my
Yeah,
life,
How about the barbershop scene in Coming to America? You remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. Favorite singer or band?
Ooh, my favorite singer, Joe.
Yeah. I Want to Know.
Yeah, that's
familiar
my
with this?
favorite song.
I want to know what.
You just went down a rabbit hole that I got to pause you on.
That is my favorite song.
Really?
Please don't ruin it for me.
No, not that.
Catch me on a karaoke night. Shit.
Did you listen to the Joe Budden podcast
I did. Well, I have.
of today?
I listened. I don't know if it was today's.
So they've been recently shitting on. They were like, "Hey, what's a classic song that we could do without?"
Oh, yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
everybody shits on Return of the Mac.
What? That's like the go-to.
I know.
It's not the best song. Like, look
Yeah.
at the words.
I
of the-
did.
Okay, so
Yeah.
people have been shitting on it, and then they come on today and they said that they found a clip of a producer that said that the song was originally written for Eddie Murphy.
Oh wow.
It was like a pre-written, pre-produced. It was just we just need somebody to do it, and that's all they gave to Mark Morrison. He didn't even, and he hasn't had a hit since. He didn't have a hit before it. They just handed him Return of the Mac. He
Wow.
performed it. It became huge,
Yeah.
but now people are shitting on it.
Interesting.
But it was for Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, written for. Apparently, Simon Cowell was the one that presented it.
Really?
He was the A&R that had.
Why didn't Eddie Murphy do it? Because he has Party All the Time. Which
isn't
never-
a great song.
The fuck it
It's
isn't. It's a badass song.
badass is the word you're
yeah,
going to
the-
choose for party all the time.
Yeah, well, that's what we used back in the 80s and 90s. Badass. Yes. You know that song? Party all the time.
I gotta hear
I
it.
just want to. Yeah.
Party all the time. Party all the time.
See, we just ruined it for her. Now she's like, I don't want to hear that shit.
It's not a good
have to
It's
song.
a great song.
It's a
Written by
popular
Rick
song.
James. One of my episodes, I told a whole story about how that song came about. And I got shit on by people out there. People fact checked me. People were like, "Oh man, if Rick James was alive, he'd come after you for saying that he did a lot of coke back." That's how they did it. They were doing coke when they did the damn song. Anyway,
Kept it alive.
yeah. Anyway, favorite NFL football team?
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs all
Yeah.
day.
Even when you were in Wichita?
Yes.
I've been a Chiefs fan for a long time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What, why not Wichita?
Well, because there's a lot of
Kansas.
Cowboys fans in Wichita.
Oh boo!
Hey.
I seen that when I walked in.
Yeah.
I made sure to wipe my feet on it.
Well, that's what it's for. To wipe your feet. Yeah. Okay, and last but not least, your favorite podcast?
Big Mod Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. Big podcast. See, I always set people up for that. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yep. Hope you had a little bit of fun.
Oh, I had a great time.
Sorry I ruined that song for you earlier.
Yeah. And good luck with the.
Yeah, the best female barber.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
People's
you.
Choice.
We're gonna find the link when it comes out. We're gonna
Yes.
put that out.
Okay.
Can you shout out some socials?
Yep. So Instagram is Mikki_the barber. On Facebook, I go by Michaela Nicole, which in parentheses it does say Mikki the barber.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all the socials.
TikTok, anything?
TikTok, I believe it is Mikki_the barber. YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, Lady Barber Inc. TV. And I believe that's it.
Okay. Any big projects or anything you guys or the shop have coming up soon?
Yep. So this weekend we have Fishing for Success.
Oh, it's this weekend.
This weekend. Yep.
Okay.
So we're taking 30 kids out and fishing with them. And then I believe.
Do you know how to fish?
No. I know how to throw that thing out there.
Okay, there you go,
know,
there.
really
That
bad.
takes a skill. I mean, it's got to be perfect, and you got to release and
Not hook somebody?
Yeah, that's scary. I've had that so much come right back. I'm like, no, that's
No.
Where
not
are
for
you
me.
guys taking him?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
on the flyer.
Yeah, details on
Yeah,
the flyer.
It's on the
Okay.
flyer.
Yeah.
Yep. But then outside of that, just goals would be to win, best female barber of Kansas City.
And when is that coming up?
So I believe voting for semifinalists start next week, and then they have the announcements in like July. I think
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
Okay.
Yep. So there's still 2 more rounds.
Cool.
Okay.
Still 2 more rounds. So make sure you guys go vote.
Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Mikki the barber.
Mickey the Barber. You heard that, folks. Mickey the Barber. Let's go vote. Yep. So, congratulations again.
Thank you.
That's awesome
Yeah.
we got to give you guys some applause.
Yeah.
For the shop. That's awesome. Fred and his crew.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
And I will have to make my way when he goes to get
Oh,
a haircut
yeah.
to just go and just sit and take it all in.
Yes, you will. You'll love it.
Yeah, I
You'll
bet.
love it.
Yeah.
All
It's a
right.
great shop.
Cool. Chris, we good?
Yep.
Everything good with Jose? Good. Sam?
Yep.
Kayla?
All right. Well,
Thank you.
guys.
Yep. Thank you
I
so much for
appreciate
joining
it.
us.
Yes,
It was fun.
it was
Yeah,
fun.
and getting to know
Good
you a
time.
little more.
Yeah.
And you'll be seeing me quite a bit.
Yes. Good to hear.
And I'll be trying to pull some people in. Hopefully, people out there who need a haircut, Mickey's the one for you. Let's do it.
Come check me out.
Again, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. Until next week, adios.